There it is. I'm back. I'm back to drinking.
You're back and better than ever.
That's
You're back to drinking.
Yeah, back to drinking.
It's been a long time off, but you're back to drinking.
Taking a long break now.
Yeah.
Drinking monsters. That's it. Last time I had one was Saturday after I saw Slipknot.
Okay.
Because I needed one for the drive
all right.
home.
I mean, less than a week. I guess it's all right.
Yeah. Okay. I haven't had one all week.
Proud of you.
Thanks, dude.
You're getting up early, so that's nice.
Oh my god.
I had mine this morning, so
more on the lack of sleep later.
Hello. Welcome to WeNeedWrestling. I'm DJ. That's Brett. And we're gonna talk wrestling, right? That's what we do here.
Is that it?
How are you, pal?
I'm good.
I gotta make sure I get this segment. I know people really like it, so I know how much certain people really like when we talk our personal lives. So, how are you, pal?
I'm good and tired.
Okay.
I've had a very busy week.
You have. Been all over the place. You're breaking cards, you're breaking bodies, you're breaking hearts.
I fucking wish.
Yeah. I'm shocked you didn't mosh at Slipknot.
No.
You wanted to.
Nah, I mean, there was a I almost did.
Yeah.
I was losing my mind, though. It was fun. It was a good time.
Good.
I got this beautiful parking lot T-shirt.
Is that what that? I was going to ask if you bought that. Okay.
I bought a beautiful parking lot.
That's the cover of the first album?
Yep.
Okay.
It's the cover of the first album.
Wow.
That's all it is.
All right.
Yep.
Nice.
Very simplistic. Yeah. You know?
Right.
Has 9 psychopaths.
Did you haggle?
No.
No.
No, $20.
Yeah, there you go.
So, here you go, pal.
Nice.
Yeah, man. Slipknot was fucking sick.
Yeah.
Good. As Todd likes to call them, Balloon Knot. You know, with his wid humor.
Did the Slipknots open?
No, I fucking wish they did.
Yeah.
Where the Slipknots.
I didn't listen to At Odds, or not At Long Walks Heroes After Dark, but I was told we were going to be buried on it. So
I think you're on quadruple secret punishment or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, because Todd thought that you went with me to Slipknot.
Yeah, right. I had to correct that in person. Todd doesn't listen to podcasts, but
he doesn't.
But I hope his way to punish me and my quadruple secret punishment is to just not talk to me anymore.
Oh, Todd. Hi, Todd.
I've been ducking Todd.
I know you're listening,
the past
Todd.
3 weeks.
I know you're fucking listening,
this week.
Todd. Yeah, you said that he saw you.
Yeah, he was all mad. He was not mad, but he was all fired up about stuff. But he was like, "Oh, yeah, you went to that." I was like, "No, I didn't. I just messed up my days. That's all."
Yeah, I just I don't know. I went to Slipknot because it's probably the only time I said. So I said to the people I was with, I was like, I mean, this is probably the last time I see them.
Yeah,
unless they do a 25-year anniversary Iowa tour.
Sure.
I'm good.
All right.
Unless it's like, hey, somebody has tickets for me.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't need to see them again.
There you go.
What else? Unless they put out a new record this deep into their career that like blows my mind, which probably is not going to happen.
Not going to happen.
Yeah, I saw what I needed to see.
Yeah.
And it was fucking incredible. And my neck hurt real bad.
Did they all wear the old gimmicks too?
Yep. Yeah. They all had the red jumpsuits on.
Oh, yeah. Because the gimmicks have changed over the years, right?
Yeah, the gimmicks have changed. Masks have changed. Corey went back to like an old style of this mask.
Okay.
But yeah, all of the red jumpsuits.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it was so fucking cool.
So Joey Jordison's dead.
He's dead.
So, but did the guy who was in the band now, the drummer?
No, so they're on their third drummer. Their second drummer was Jay Weinberg.
Okay, Max Weinberg's kid.
Yeah. He was in there for 10 years. And they just booted him out last year.
Did this guy wear the Joey Jordison getup?
No,
he
has his own deal.
Okay, so just red jumpsuit, different mask.
Yeah, he actually was the most.
It's not like a Tommy Thayer thing.
It's not like the Wayne Static thing. That creeps me out.
The Wayne Static thing, the Kiss thing, where they were Ace and
No, the drummer they have now was most recently playing with Sepultura.
Oh, okay.
Eloy Casagrande. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people that are missing from that band now.
Sure.
It's hard. It's wild to think about.
True.
But when you have 9 members in a band, you're just going to have people that die or, 2 guys are dead.
Right, the triangle player finds a different band.
Yeah, the guy with the, I don't know, the monitor. I don't know what the fuck he uses. He's gone.
Yeah.
There's still a couple left, like Corey, Mick, Jim.
Sure.
Sid.
These are all wrestlers' names.
Clown.
Are you sure we're talking about?
Yeah, Clown. I think those are the only 5 that are left.
Clown's his birth name, Clown?
Yeah, Clown. Okay. Sean Crahan.
Oh, okay, there you go.
I don't know, man. I had a fucking
I just like that you were like Jim Bob, Timmy,
Jim Root.
What kind of name's Timmy
Jim
anyway?
Root, Mick Thompson,
Yeah,
Corey Taylor.
and you're like, clown. It works.
Listen, dude. We were talking about it like the record came out 25 years ago, and it's not my favorite Slipknot record, but it is the one that got me into like a lot of heavy music.
Yeah.
And Marcus was texting me about it on Sunday, and he's like, "That came out 25 years ago."
We're old.
I said, "It sure did, pal."
Yeah.
But it was cool, man. God damn, it was so much fun.
Good.
And then the tour hit Madison Square Garden a couple days later and sold it out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. See, just like wrestlers.
So
there it is.
They're making that money. Other than me being in Slipknot, losing my mind. How was your week? You good?
Oh, good, brother.
Yeah.
Quiet, working.
Good. That's good.
Going to bed early to wake up early.
I should subscribe to that.
Yeah.
I just don't.
Again, this isn't wrestling talking. This is We Need Wrestling. We're going to talk about wrestling. But I just want to say really quick, I need this out there in the ether. And I posted it in the Discord and I shared it on my Instagram. But I watched Street Fighter this week.
I saw that.
And Street Fighter's fucking awesome, dude. When was the last time you watched Street Fighter?
God.
It counts as wrestling because Zangief is in it.
Yeah, probably since I was a kid.
Dude, you should watch Street Fighter again. It's on Tubi.
Well, is it anywhere else?
No.
Damn it.
What's wrong with Tubi? Tubi
I hate
rules.
ads.
Well,
I hate ads when I watch the
rules.
movie.
Tubi's incredible.
The people streaming service.
Yeah. Street Fighter is fucking great. The Blanca stuff, terrible. Absolutely terrible.
I haven't watched it in years.
The worst idea in that movie is the Blanca thing. Like, that's like the Jar Jar Binks. Well, no, all those Star Wars movies stink. Street Fighter, much better than Phantom Menace. But, like, the Blanca stuff is really just a stupid idea and then poorly executed on top of that. But it's only like 10 minutes of the movie, and it really has no actual impact on the film in any way. So if you just ignore those parts, it's a ton of fucking fun, man.
I'll have to try to squeeze it in my busy schedule.
Ton of Street Fighter references, obviously. All the characters are there. There's silly video game references. Ming-Na Wen is super fucking hot. And Van Damme's fucking hilarious. Street Fighter rules.
Van Damme plays M. Bison, right?
No, he plays Guile.
Oh, he
Raul
plays Guile?
Julia is M. Bison.
Okay. See,
Yes.
I haven't seen it in forever.
Yes. But, like, Balrog is in it.
Okay.
The boxer.
Is Dalsim in it?
The Dalsim is in it briefly, but he's the character named Dalsim. It's not till the end of the movie that he kind of sort of gets his look and he doesn't stretch at all.
Okay.
Zangief, DJ, fucking Cassie. Kylie Minogue plays Cassie.
Kylie Minogue.
Yeah, brother.
I just can't get you out of my head.
There's obviously Zangief and Ken and Ryu, E Honda.
Okay.
They're all there. Sagat, Vega. They're all there, man, and it's awesome.
Hell yeah.
Street Fighter is an unfairly bashed film.
We should have a day where we watch like all the 90s versions of the fighting game movies.
Street Fighter's ahead of its time.
All right.
A much better movie than Mortal Kombat, although I do like Mortal Kombat.
I don't see a problem with Mortal Kombat.
And I do like Mortal Kombat 2 also.
Annihilation, call by
that's true. I do like them. I do, and I also like Double Dragon. Maybe I just have bad taste in things. Because I also do,
I just heard Michelle yell, yup.
I do really like the Double Dragon movie with Scott Wolf and Mark Dacascos.
What about the Super Mario Brothers movie?
That movie is fucking horrible.
Okay. All right.
I would revisit it, but it's real bad.
I'm saying it'd be a fun day.
But I used to say, if you asked me about Street Fighter last week, I would tell you it sucked. And right now, that's a 4-star movie. That movie ruled.
A 4-star?
I give it 4 stars. That movie rules.
Jesus Christ.
I'm serious. That movie ruled.
I had fucking mind.
So much fun watching that movie. That movie fucking rules. Unfairly maligned Street Fighter. Remember that. If you remember one thing about this podcast, remember that I said on a wrestling podcast that the Street Fighter movie from 1994 is unfairly maligned. It is a quality film.
All right.
It has a great sense of humor. It has all the characters you want to see.
You're not selling me on it.
It's great. Watch it. It's awesome.
Unfairly maligned.
E Honda does the 1,000 punch thing, and it's awesome.
The what?
All right,
good.
Yeah, the 1,000 fist punch, whatever the fuck it was called.
Yeah.
Raul Julia was like dying of stomach cancer while he made it, and he's fucking incredible in it. And there's a scene in the movie where he's like, they're driving a boat to his castle. Van Damme is driving it, and they have to like swerve around these like aquatic mines, but they're remote controlled mines. And M. Bison is back in his headquarters, and he's like, you see him like behind this big desk, and he's like obviously like setting the coordinates to like where all the mines are gonna go. And then the camera flips behind him, and it's literally the Street Fighter arcade game control set with the joystick and the 4 buttons, and that's how he's doing it. I'm like, this is fucking hilarious. They knew what they were doing.
Did they?
They did.
Okay.
But anyway,
Did they?
Everybody watched Street Fighter on Tubi, but now we should probably start talking wrestling.
Sure. All right.
We took too much time talking about ourselves. People are going to be mad.
How dare we talk about us?
People are going to be mad. I'm just saying. I've heard people get mad about this stuff.
Stop it, you. All right. So, wrestling.
We got lots of stuff.
Yeah. First things first. Rest in peace, Kevin Sullivan.
Oh, wow. That was within the last week.
That was Friday.
Wow.
I believe it was Friday he passed away.
Wow.
Taskmaster.
Yes.
One of the more enjoyable characters from WCW.
Taskmaster was on like Baywatch. It's hilarious.
Yeah, dude. Kevin Sullivan, a lot of the Satanic Panic stuff, I feel like if people go back and watch it now, they realize how brilliant it was.
Yeah.
And how crazy people actually thought he was.
Yeah, for sure.
Though.
Smart guy in the business. Very famous booker. Lots of people throwing around the
I respect you, Booker Man. Sure.
But really a really good mind for the business and a talented wrestler for a small stature guy.
Yeah.
So, and maybe the truth will come out someday. But
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, that's
I mean, even like Varsity Club.
Yeah, Varsity Club. Yeah, he was the leader of Varsity Club. Absolutely, he made
what a pretty crazy career.
He's like the only guy to make Mike Rotunda interesting. It works. It's
IRS wasn't interested.
No, come on now.
You stop it.
But yeah,
VK Wall Street.
Yeah, all right. Sorry, VK Wall Street was super interesting.
NWO member VK Wall Street.
Yes, Jesus Christ. When are we gonna get that bill to figure?
What, please, when? I'm asking.
But yeah, that's he was fighting for a long time, and rest in peace, Kevin Sullivan.
Yeah, his stuff with the Dungeon of Doom is still hilarious to me.
A lot of moments in wrestling.
Sullivan. It was the best. Sullivan.
Yes, father.
Like his little evil Bostonian.
The Boston accent's hilarious. How somebody believed the man with that accent was into Satan is just hilarious to me. But
it's so fucking funny.
Yeah, for sure.
Next thing I have, I feel bad because we always joke about this dude, but Yoshinari Ogawa.
Yeah,
just said,
stepped away.
See ya, I'm done.
Yeah, good on him. Retiring before he gets retired, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, permanently retired from life.
Yes.
Yoshinari Ogawa retiring said that he has a neck injury.
Mm-hmm.
He is an old man.
Very old man.
And Absolutely. They said he wants no fanfare, no farewell, no last match. Just, he's done.
All right.
Doesn't want to do anything else. I'm just over it.
Sato's retiring too. The man who was in the ring with Misawa and Misawa.
Yes.
He's retiring also.
It was Akitoshi
Saito.
Saito.
Akitoshi Saito. So.
Yeah, I mean,
that's interesting.
Somebody put up the graphic of the Noah Exodus.
Yeah.
There's 2 left.
Marufuji.
And Takeshi Segura.
Segura was there for... Wow.
Yep.
Holy shit.
Everybody... I mean, I'm not saying they're the only ones that are alive, but...
that's still wrestling.
That are still with Noah.
With Noah, too. Yeah, that's crazy.
Because, Kenta, obviously, but...
Kenta wasn't in All Japan before, was he?
He's in that picture of the Exodus.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Huh. He must have been, I guess, a student like Marufuji was. Weird. All right.
Yeah, because even Kanemaru.
Yeah.
He was part of the Exodus.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so only 2 left.
Only 2 left.
But hey, Ogawa,
listen, we
never my guy,
but legendary career nonetheless.
I agree.
Tag champs with Misawa, held all the other belts.
I think it's 3-time Triple Crown champ.
Yeah, right. He had a hell of a fucking career.
He did.
And at one point, I did like him, but it wasn't, the window was small on him. He's just not my type of guy. But he also is responsible for, Zack Sabre Jr. and a lot of people. So, legendary career. Good job on knowing when to duck out, kind of.
Yeah, I think it's cool that Zach's got to team up with him for one last time a couple months ago. That's good.
Yep.
The only other thing I have is it got announced today.
Yes.
Coming to Arlington, Texas in 2025. All in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
AEW officially announced their stadium show for the United States.
Yes.
It's been rumored for a little bit. And now, officially announced that's where the Texas Rangers play baseball.
Oh, and it's early. early. It's in the middle of July or end of July.
Yeah, I think that they want to get away from the All In followed by All Out 2 week later thing.
Good.
So I guess they're not doing Wembley next year.
Yeah.
They're going to return back to Wembley in 2026. Yeah. So, hey, I mean, fuck, if you're doing stadium shows, I think it was Mike said that deal you're getting must be pretty lucrative.
Right.
If you have the plan to do that, then there's rumors that they're going to be doing a stadium show in Australia. So, hey, I mean,
yeah,
might as well, I guess. Good for them. I obviously hope nothing but the best for AEW.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know, like, the attendance is a hot button issue with them.
Right.
But, it's going to Texas, middle of July. That's tough.
Lots of people seem to like to early eulogize AEW, including on this show when I said as my gotcha moment, like all those years ago, when they were going to be out of business, which was just a crazy. It was a crazy thing that I would never bring up again, but would never stop talking about if I was right.
Yeah, you would bring it up daily.
But I mean the fucking spreadsheet must not look that fucking bad.
Must not.
If Tony Khan's out there wheeling and dealing and doing all this shit, so
yeah, I mean, good for them, dude.
Again, billionaires can do whatever the fuck they want, basically.
Sure.
But I mean, there's got to be some restraint. So those sheets, those columns must be looking pretty good.
I love the picture. They're standing in front of like the big giant scoreboard saying "All in Texas," and it's Athena, Swerve, and Mercedes.
Mercedes, yeah.
I was like, you know what? That's a cool ass picture. They all got their belts. It's like, you know what? I like that.
They had OC there for some other ones too. A couple other people.
And then
Thunder Rosa.
Renee said as soon as the press conference ended, Darby went running around the stadium to try to find crazy shit to jump off of.
Of course he did.
Because he's a psychopath.
Right. He's a fucking nutbag.
But hey, man, fucking good for them. Ain't nothing I'm gonna go to.
No, I'm good.
But if you can pull off stadium shows, good for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
It doesn't need to be sold out. Listen, SummerSlam in Cleveland wasn't sold out.
Right.
A lot of shit was tarped.
Right.
Just the way it is.
There's always going to be diminishing returns on big events. I mean, WrestleMania is sort of the anomaly, and we all know that they push the Mania numbers.
Oh, all the time.
But like number. It just happened. Like Wembley's still selling incredibly well. It's just not breaking a record. Did you see your buddy MJF on that fucking podcast where he put those guys to task about it? I don't know. No.
Yeah.
Where he was like, oh yeah, Will Ospreay almost got his tattoo removed because you assholes were pushing false numbers and stuff. And then that other guy wrote an article about the death of AEW, and he's the guy who pushes false ratings numbers.
That Alfred dude. Oh, that fucking Mr. Cheeseboard.
Okay.
That piece of shit.
Oh, is that the dude who got... Okay.
I don't mute many people on Twitter. I have him muted.
I don't have him... I don't know who he is. Yeah. I mean, I know who he is, but like I don't follow him or anything, but he shows up every now and then.
He's a fucking...
Yeah.
He's a dope.
But yeah, that's... I don't have anything else. Google Pro Wrestling News.
Yeah.
Alpha may or may not be dead.
We'll wait
on that, but the news did come out that he sort of is not doing great, posted by Samu, and then everybody took that ball and ran with it. And then the family came out and said, not so fast. So
not so fast, my friend.
So, thoughts and prayers with Alpha the Wild Samoan.
Yes, I agree. All right, you want to get into actual wrestling?
Yeah, let's get into wrestling. I got nothing else.
You didn't do anything WWE, right?
No, I didn't watch anything.
Okay. So, I watched only a little tiny bit of SmackDown last week. I was trying to get SmackDown on. I was over at my sister's house for my nephews. Couldn't do it. Then it finally got it. The Eagles game was on anyway.
So where was SmackDown on a different network?
It came on at like 11:30 at night.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
is SmackDown still taped regularly? No. Was this taped?
Yeah, it was like live to tape.
Okay. Yeah, but like
because like it showed live in other regions, It was just preempted because the Eagles game was on local Fox.
That makes sense. Yeah, because it's on Fox.
Yeah. The only thing I have from it was Roman Reigns coming out and just absolutely brutalizing the bloodline.
Makes sense.
He fucking murdered Tama Tonga with a clothesline on the outside.
Yeah.
It was so cool. Mm-hmm. Roman's so cool.
How about Tongaloa? How'd he do?
Probably terrible. That guy stinks out loud. The infamous.
The something.
He fucks up everything. But no, hey, listen, Roman's back on TV. That's hey, you're gonna get me to watch.
Yeah.
anything that dude does, I'm interested in. So good for him. They also set up for Bash in Berlin, Kevin Owens versus Cody for the World Heavyweight title.
I saw a lot of people talking about KO.
Yeah, where he's like, I don't deserve it, but then somebody else doesn't deserve it, and he's going to get it, so I might as well just take it.
Okay.
Sure, I guess. That's what we're doing. All right, man.
Sure.
Again, I'm like paying a little more attention to WWE because my nephews are so in on it.
Right.
Now Dom loves KO, as he likes to call him
that's
now.
what he's into now.
He likes KO.
All right.
And Dirty Dom.
Oh.
And then we'll go over to
Dude, Dirty Dom on that fucking Logan Paul podcast.
Oh, we'll talk about that.
Okay.
Dirty Dom. We'll go over to Monday Night Raw.
Okay.
So I was out to dinner Monday night, and my nephew Paul calls me, and I'm going, he doesn't call me for much.
Yeah.
And it's 7:55, and he's like, Uncle B, what channel's Raw on?
That's funny.
It's like USA Network.
Yeah.
Oh, it's coming on in a couple minutes. I said, yeah, I know. Are you going to watch? I'm like, no, I'm out right now. I'm taping it. So we'll talk about it. I'll be out in 2 days. We'll talk about it. Okay. So he's texting me about it anyway. He's like, I can't believe it. You can't believe what's happening. Which ended up being Rhea and Damian Priest beating the shit out of Dom and Liv.
That was where like Damian, they were up in the crowd and Damian appeared behind them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they got Dom in the, like, I think Damian had a match, and afterwards Rhea was hugging Damian, and Dom tried to jump off the top rope to, like, attack them. Mm-hmm. And Damian just caught him by the throat and threw him over to Liv. Liv was going to do the pump handle slam deal, and they both escaped. Mm-hmm. Man, I don't know, it's just fun.
Yeah.
Program's fun right now.
That's why I said the last week when I did watch it, I thought it was a really great bit.
Yeah. The Judgment Day, which there was the rumor that they were going to start going by Street Trash. Mm-hmm. I guess they kind of walked that back, but they're still going to use like the Street Trash nickname.
Weird.
Get me my 10-5 Viper, please.
There was another... I have a bottle over there.
I know you do.
There was another name that I saw floating around for a stable, and it was real stupid, but I guess I didn't use it.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't remember.
But I thought that was a lot of fun. Bronson Reed absolutely killed The Miz and R-Truth again. Okay. Just kept hitting tsunami after tsunami, which crowd's fucking into it, man.
Yeah, good.
You know, I know Joe kind of described it as, the crowd's into it because it's something
exciting.
Cheer.
Right.
Yeah, that's what we're supposed to do. Like, make it exciting, the crowd will cheer for it.
Right.
So he murdered everyone. But my main takeaway from Raw was the main event. 2 out of 3 falls for the Intercontinental title. Braun Breaker, Sami Zayn.
Okay.
Braun Breaker retains.
Is this a rubber match? Rubber match.
Yes, it is. So Braun retains. This was really good.
Yeah.
I know the clips are kind of going viral a little bit where Braun has him up in like the lawn dart position, and he runs on the outside and launches Sami into the announcer's chair. Looked gnarly.
Yeah.
This should have been the SummerSlam match, I feel, but it made Raw special, so I'm all right with that.
Right.
Sami,
I'm sure WWE fans were up in arms that they gave away a pay-per-view level match on TV, right?
I'm sure, yes. Sami Zayn is quite the pro. He makes Braun look like $1 million bucks. So yeah, I enjoyed the shit out of it. Yeah. It was an awesome TV main event. So
cool.
Again, I'll be paying some attention to WWE just because something to talk about.
Yeah, that's cool, man. That's a good thing to have. That makes it more interesting and worth watching.
It definitely does.
Because I think it was it Tim and Marcus talking about it, or Joe and Adam maybe, I don't remember, but talking about like wrestling. It was Kevin Hellion's call into At Odds, I think last week, where Kevin was like, is wrestling meant to be watched with a group of people?
Yeah, it is.
And it's like, it meant to be, like, wrestling's meant to be live, right? If I was to put on my nerd hat and do and time enough to write the article, I can explain to you how national TV ruined professional wrestling. Yes. But it's supposed to be live. You're supposed to be with a group of people. That's supposed to be the experience. That's when wrestling's at its best, right? Yeah. Is the live experience.
Of course.
If you say you're not a fan of wrestling, if I took you to a good live wrestling show, you'd be like, oh, this was fun. You know, because it has that energy and the feel of any other sort of sporting event. But being able to watch it with people, other fans, is when it's better. It makes everything better.
Absolutely.
You know, how many times have we watched pay-per-views here with everybody?
Makes them way
and then
better.
we go online and they're like, that pay-per-view sucked. And we're like, what do you mean that pay-per-view sucked? We had so much fun watching it.
Yeah,
it's like, it's because we were together and, you know, whatever.
Sure.
And then I think Joe even said, he goes, if we watched SummerSlam together, we'd fucking love it.
Yeah,
like, it's just what it is.
Yeah.
It is a group experience,
It is.
but it is supposed to be live. That's when it's best consumed, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's, you know, so having your nephews who are now diehard, and when you're super close with those with the boys anyway, you know, so like just to have that extra thing, knowing how much you love wrestling, and
now they love it,
and that you know, you didn't like thrust it upon them in any way.
No.
You know, like they know that you like it and they're interested because of you.
Yeah.
You weren't like, hey guys, let's watch wrestling. Hey, watch wrestling. Hey, watch wrestling. Hey, watch wrestling.
It wasn't forced.
Yeah, like they found it, and partially because it's a big interest of you and they're interested in you.
Yeah.
And that's just a really fucking cool thing to have, man.
It's so sick.
Yeah.
Like, so I couldn't get SmackDown to work on the TV, obviously, because it wasn't on. We were in, my brother-in-law, we were downstairs doing a card break for WWE. So I put on YouTube for them. It was like the 2020 Rumble. And I could just like hear them a little bit. And there's one where Brock was going crazy.
Oh, yeah.
We had like 13 people. And I hear Dom every time he's going, he's got the record. Oh! Like,
is 2020 the one where Keith Lee came out?
Yep, that's the one.
That dude's career died that day. Or not that day. That dude's career was made that day and then died like 2 days later on Monday or whatever when they did nothing with it. What a fucking career what a setup he was for that fucking thing.
They fucked up.
They fucked that up. And now Keith Lee just sit at home.
Being a Bearcat or whatever the fuck
whatever he is. Weird. All right, I actually, before we go on anywhere, I have a WWE kind of question for you, for us.
All right.
For you. I thought of this partially while I was listening to Final Wrestling Place, and because of that picture of Damian Priest.
Okay.
So, I was thinking about this, because you know, listen to Final Wrestling Place, go listen. Marcus does a great show, and they
God damn it.
They were talking about the Undertaker podcast or whatever, and he was talking about Undertaker having only like one set of gear left, and he gifted it to the Saudi guy, but like Taker might have one more match because he wants to do a match against.
He needs to stop.
Was it Logan Paul or
I guess
what on that fucking podcast? Whatever. And Dom, we didn't talk about Dom fucking bashing him, but anyway, I'm thinking, I'm like, you know, they're like praising Damian Priest's run and how good it is, and I'm like, yeah, it's easy to be good when, you know, like gruel tastes really good when you've been fed horse shit for 3 years. But the question I posed to you, and I understand the question of this, and it is an ultimate hypothetical sort of question, but do you think? It was also a catalyst of this was also sort of the Orton and whatever saying like this is our Flair Steamboat whatever, right?
Which is a
wild thing. So, do you think we'll ever get a point in WWE where wrestling in general, but mostly WWE, where they take some older gimmicks and put them on new people, like sort of like James Bond with Sean Connery, then it's Roger Moore, then it's George Lazenby,
like a Doink the Clown.
Like, do you think? And I did it with Doink, but I think but like the bigger gimmicks. Like, do you think they would ever pass a gimmick down like a title as opposed? Like, do you think like in WWE exists in another 20 years, there's a whole generation of people that have moved who have never even seen the Undertaker wrestle? Do you think WWE would ever be like, here's the new Undertaker?
No, I don't.
You know, or like lesser extent, like they could bring in a new Papa Shango and have it be like the title of a person, you know, and like they can even acknowledge the old, but be like, no, this is the new Papa Shango. Voodoo Papa Shango is the title of the head voodoo priest, you know. So
I don't think they ever will. Yeah. I mean, I look at the new Rockers and the new Midnights.
Right, but that was very close. Like, those get the bad reception because the Rockers weren't that far.
Number one, they were bad.
Well, right. But, like, they were only a few years removed from the Rockers. I'm saying, like...
Except the new Blackjacks, they kicked ass.
Right, but, like, you know, decades away...
Sure.
I wonder if they'll ever get to the point of recycling a gimmick like that.
I don't think so, because I don't think they want to be called out for being unoriginal.
Yeah.
I just don't see it happening.
Yeah.
It's not like perfect instance. It's not like a Gwar. And it's not like a Slipknot, where you're under a mask. Mm-hmm. Nobody gives a shit.
Right.
You're just playing the music. That's all. Mm-hmm. Where this is a little bit different. Okay. Unless it's like a masked wrestler, you can get away with that. I mean,
they've done that. I just thought of it like, and I know we get like the Damian Priest, the bisexual Undertaker, and all that stuff. But I just thought like, the other part of it had me thinking is because like wrestling fans' knowledge of past wrestling is it's not as strong as it once was, right? They have all this information and access. But as the years go on, that's another every year that goes on is another year of wrestling history. You try and cram in your brain, So like your nephews, for example, now are 6 years old and all over a couple ages all over, but 6 years old. When they're 26, I don't know that a lot of people are going to be talking about Ricky Steamboat. And they could become old heads. But I think there's a lot of wrestling fans now that aren't interested in that stuff. Maybe one of them hosts a podcast on this network. He knows who they are, but he's not interested. You know what I mean? It would be interesting to see if there was ever a point. And my answer is also no, I'm not saying they would. But it would be interesting to see if they got to a point of wrestling where some of that stuff had faded away enough that they can be like, well, we're going to bring this back because nobody will remember it. Yeah,
my gut tells me no. Yeah. But you never know. It could happen. Yeah. I just don't.
Schwartz 2.0.
Fucking sign me up. I just don't see it happening.
Yeah. Jonathan P.S. Hayes.
Oh God. I do know. Like one of the things we're keeping history with wrestling. Mm-hmm. For example, kids are all in on WWE.
Yeah.
They're playing the WWE video game.
Right.
WWE the showcase this year is 40 years of WrestleMania.
Oh really? Okay.
First match you play. Steamboat Savage WrestleMania.
Oh, really? Yeah. Oh, okay. That's cool.
So,
nice.
My nephew Paul was playing it the other night, and he goes, Uncle B, who's Ricky Steamboat? Okay. Who's Randy Savage? You know? And I go,
Learning tree, yeah.
We got him.
Right.
And I'm just teaching him, and he goes, Randy Savage, that guy's pretty crazy, huh? Yeah. It's like, yeah, he's nuts. Right. He's cream of the crop.
Now you gotta get him hooked on Slim Jims. That's what you gotta do.
That and rap records.
Yes, right. Did you know he made an album?
That I think my sister would step in. Like, all right, I think we're good here.
Yeah. Uncle Brett, are you a perfect friend? Well, let me tell you something.
Until the very end, I'm gregarious, not shy. But yes, I don't see it happening.
Yeah, I agree with you. It was just something that popped in my brain, my mind grapes, and I was like, be interesting.
There's always like things that could be similar, but stuff like Taker is so well known and iconic that I just don't think you can repeat it.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to see if I'm still watching wrestling until then. I will be. Who am I kidding?
Ultimate Warrior 2050.
I don't think anybody wants that. Well, funny you mentioned Dom Mysterio on a podcast.
Oh.
That leads me to...
I think I know where we're going.
이제 이번 주에 에드 코디 질문입니다.
All right. So this is from our dear friend Ed. Go listen to Hayabusa Speed. I'm very excited to listen. Can't wait to hear what my dear friend Ed has to say. So he says that he has a question. This is spoiling it a little bit for a further question. He says, unlike J-Pop, mine will be a two-part question. Though.
Ed, you know what? Two-part questions?
This week? Well, we're all right with it.
Yeah.
Number one, you boys see that Dom Mysterio clip with Logan Paul? Good shit. Who would you want to see me interview or get interviewed by in a similar scenario? Number one, it is good shit.
It is good
I've watched that clip a few times.
Funny. Oh, you can't go to Japan? Were you busy?
he goes, imagine if you wear the hat.
Yeah.
And Paul's like, Don, it's too much.
Right, and look, was all prior engagements. Sure, he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, you'd be a real big heel. He goes, what are you, Shadow Man or something?
Yeah.
Dom Mysterio.
Yeah.
I get the appeal, I think.
Right, sure.
I got Rhea after him, Liv after him.
There you go.
I get the appeal.
Right.
I did like on Raw where Liv goes, Dom, like the problem is and I'm sure you've heard this before, you just couldn't go deep enough. It's like, ugh.
Yikes.
And then somebody responded with Dom saying, "It still hit, though." Oh, Dom.
It's true.
And so who would I want to see you interview? Belle Delphine.
Oh.
In a similar setting.
Okay. I'm going in complete opposite direction. DJ Hyde.
Jesus Christ. And who would I want to see Ed get interviewed by? I want to see Ed get interviewed by like a wrestler he thinks doesn't like him.
Oh.
That's what I want.
Okay. Yeah.
That's where I'm at.
All right.
What about you?
Also DJ Hyde.
Okay, DJ Hyde for the win.
It's a back and forth, more of a debate, more sort of a moderated debate between Ed and DJ Hyde.
You know, I want to see Ed get interviewed by Max Landis.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
Ed would not be able to handle that.
I want to see I want to see how he'd act.
Yeah, well, the blood would rush out of his head.
Ed's second part of his question
for this week only. Allowed.
Yes, and I know we're jumping around a little bit, but fuck it. Chris Brooks and Takeshi Masada are the KOD tag champs. Let's fucking go.
Yeah.
The thing about Brooks and Masada is me and Dude have always liked these guys since day one.
Since the very beginning.
So my question is, who do you want to see this team go up against? Them versus TMDK at an all-together event would be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Would also be dope to see them versus Shunwa and Mao, or even Kota Ibushi doing a tag run to literally get his feet back under him. Taking someone under his wing like a Yukio Naya, making a run at the titles. DDT rules right now, Ed, I agree. All my guys are champions. The best company. P.S. I'd want to see dudes interview tall wrestlers and make them stand next to them to expose their height, but I'd want to see Brett interview Muto in a Chris Farley show type scenario.
Okay.
I like you guys a lot, but I don't think you have it in you to be really mean to a wrestler's face like me and Dom. So Ed and Dom Mysterio, one and the same now. Right. They're both the same.
Coincidentally, that's the tag team I want to see wrestle.
Ed and Dom Mysterio,
Brooks
yes.
and Masada, yeah. Ed, at one point in my life, I definitely had that gene, but I've retired it.
Listen, Ed, like when I tell you, and
people know,
I've tried to like get this across to people. Like Tim and Marcus sometimes will be in chat and they'll say "make dudes mean again." I have tried. Yeah. I have tried to get across how fucking mean you used to be. And how much I loved every second of it.
Lovable
again,
mean.
And I may have told this story.
I was mean to the right people.
But there were people that would avoid going out to eat with us if they knew DJ was going to be there.
Yeah.
So that
it's still in me.
It's still there.
It's still there.
It's just
pushed way down. I'm generally a happy guy. I was a much angrier place in my life.
Yes.
I'm doing all right. So it's he's retired.
Sometimes it's fun to see the
it come out, but just privately.
Yeah, privately. No, I wish you people heard some of our conversations.
Right.
Who would I like to see Chris Brooks and Takeshi Masada defend against? I mean, I can't say any tag team in Japan because they're just like New Japan stinks. Yeah, stinks with their tag division.
Tag teams around the world kind of stink.
Have them beat up the Young Bucks. How about that?
It'd be nice.
Just kick their lousy faces
in a DDT style hardcore match.
I'd like to see them against like a Zack Sabre Jr.
Yeah.
And I know they're on a tag team, but like Zack Sabre Jr. and like Despy.
Yeah.
I think that'd be fun.
Yeah. I would say Violence is Forever.
Okay.
Dom Guarini and Kevin Koo would be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And on a not signing with WWE tip, the Motor City Machine Guns.
Motor City Machine Guns. That's the right fucking answer, dude.
It'd be a lot. It'd be really good.
That's the right answer.
And I know we're going to talk about this later, and I'll mention it there then too. But Masada's putting on some beef. Looking good.
Chicken and rice stout.
Looking good.
I didn't watch
that. Damn near 300 pounds, I heard.
Damn. He'd been eating. So, all right, Ed, thank you so much. You're the best in the whole entire world.
Yeah.
Goes to High Bussy.
Let's keep it to one question. Next week.
AEW.
Yes.
I have nothing for Rampage.
I don't watch Rampage. I'm going to watch Rampage this week.
I might. We'll see.
Outrunners and Butch teaming up. Erica Lee on Rampage.
The Butch.
It's the
I know, but it's the Butch. Let me
up.
have this.
That's fine. The Butch is great.
Dude,
I'm fine
imagine
with it.
if he joins up with them. Oh, that'd be the fun stable.
Yeah, it'd be hilarious. So, and we get Erica Lee for the first time on proper AEW TV.
Yeah,
so.
I think she wrestles too.
Oh, yeah?
I read spoilers.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Good.
And when wrestles, I think...
gets squished out by Saraya or somebody.
By Nyla Rose.
Oh, well, all right.
Nobody watches Rampage.
No, but I'm going to this week, though. There's a couple good matches on there, I swear to God.
So, Collision.
Yes, we're colliders.
Did you watch... so, I didn't watch the first match... Darby and was it Hologram?
Yeah,
it's the premier athletes that do nothing for me.
Yeah, it's. I just have a question about this match. I don't know anything about the match, but has Hologram always been shirtless when he wrestled?
Yeah.
Oh, the vest thing is just an entrance gear thing.
Yeah,
because he wrestled in just tights and the mask, and I was like, I thought he wore a shirt.
Yeah,
like some sort of gimmick shirt.
That's just the entrance.
Okay, all right. Well, that's all I have about that match.
Okay.
That we do get did you see the Dustin Rhodes Texas bull rope?
Yeah, the promo
that was great.
Yeah,
there's no way that match is going to be as cool as that fucking promo made it out to be.
Well, then that led to Thunder Rosa versus Deonna Purrazzo in a bull rope match. I appreciate that Thunder Rosa fucking ran the razor.
Thunder Rosa, when she needs to get in this situation, she fucking delivers. The gear is on point, really on point, and she ran that fucking razor like a champion. Deonna Purrazzo missed the memo on both accounts there.
Yeah, she only got a little dribbler.
Yeah. It's really cool though. The drop kick to the chair by Rosa in the corner.
I have that in my notes.
No way it was safe.
Corner drop
fucking
kick.
Killed her.
She crushed Deonna.
Crushed her. Absolutely fucking murdered her.
Was it somebody in the Discord tonight said something like Deonna looks like a hostess at an Italian restaurant?
Yeah, I saw that said she looks like a 36-year-old woman who still gets into bar fights.
I kind of like that. That's your character.
So, but like, Deonna does weird things, and I'm not a Deonna defender. I don't think she's bad. She hasn't found her groove. The gimmick doesn't work. What are you? We don't know. Are you cocky and heel?
Yes.
Whatever. Doesn't make any sense, right? But she does a thing in this match that is endlessly silly. Is that she has blood is running down her face. Thunder Rosa's in the trio woe, and Deonna Purrazzo like screams to the crowd, and then does a spear.
Yeah, it was weird.
I was like, what is happening in the trio woe? A spear? That's
shoulder block on the corner.
Very weird. Didn't like it. And then also the referee clearly stopped the count before Rosa kicks out.
Yes.
And she was going to kick out, but he panicked and stopped it at 2 anyway, like very obviously.
Yeah.
Which was a shame. That's a bunch of nonsense. But the bulldog off the top rope through the table just proves that they have terrible ideas. And they're not running anything past anybody. It looked like shit. Yeah. The idea is cool, but then you got to be like, oh, that ain't really going to work.
Nope.
But is this the end of this feud?
Oh, you would think, right?
Can it be, please?
I'd much rather go watch Layla Hirsch and what's her face.
And like Thunder Rosa delivers when she has to do this kind of stuff.
I can't remember who she. Diamante.
That was great. That was way better than this. But like
this was still like Thunder Rosa.
This was still really good, right?
Dude.
Yeah, Thunder Rosa delivers on these things.
She does, yeah.
But not necessarily other places. She's hit or miss.
Yeah, unfortunately.
That was a sneeze.
Oh, I thought you paused it.
No, I just muted myself.
All right. I love the Outrunners vignette.
Brother.
Dude, I'm so happy they're getting TV time.
It's about time they're getting the fucking respect they deserve.
Makes me so happy.
This tag team division needs a shot in the ass. Literally,
and that
figuratively.
Shot is the Outrunners.
And it is the fucking Outrunners, buddy. This video ruled.
Yeah. And they go on to wrestle FTR, which... those two were probably cracking up the whole time.
Exactly what I wanted out of this match, man.
Yeah.
I am sick of FTR most other times because they only have one other fucking opponent on this roster.
Yeah.
And that's all they're doing. But here, loved it.
Yeah, you can tell they're having fun. I just love like the flex, the double buys at the camera. Oh, it's such pure like 80s cheese wrestling.
I love that Truth does the pose, but he's facing the wrong way, and Dax on camera, very clear. Hard cam's over here, bud.
Yep.
Hilarious. Just loved it. Exactly what that match should be.
Yeah.
Fly on the wall backstage with them going over all their shit must have been a fucking blast, man.
I would love Oh, man, give the Outrunners
Outrunners
a push.
every week, and they are. They're getting the fucking TV time. They're an overact. They're getting merch. Like, this hype video should be played
fucking rule,
all the
man.
time. Yeah, they're fucking awesome.
Oh, they're so much fun.
Yeah.
Swerve versus Ishii.
Dude.
So here's the thing. I was very tuned out of the internet on Saturday.
Yes.
Even Sunday, I was very tuned out as well. I watched Collision on Sunday, and I watched Swerve Ishii, and I'm like, oh, fuck yeah. Like, this is going to be
I thought
fun.
it was awesome. I like this match a ton.
And then I catching up on things online and stuff, and just the discourse of this. What the fuck is wrong with people?
I thought I was going insane. And, like, I legit was like, I saw this and I was like, wait, what happened in that match that made it so bad?
Yeah.
Because I went back and checked my notes and I'm like, Ishii's being treated with respect in this match.
Yes.
The crowd is reacting well. It's really great TV wrestling, I felt.
Yeah.
You know, the gravitas of Ishii against the champion. He's a champion caliber.
Yeah.
You know, like Swerve they went back and forth. Swerve still wins. Like, Swerve didn't get fucking crushed or swallowed up or anything. They had a good match back and forth with just something that I think Ishii deserves. I think they've gotten across on TV that he deserves it, you know, and people flipped out. And I was like, what did I miss?
I don't understand.
I was like, did I miss something in the match that was disrespectful or something that Ishii fucked up? And then, like, I saw people talk, what got me involved is because somebody decided to invoke the name of Terry Funk for some reason.
Like you don't do that.
And-
you don't just throw names out there to throw names out there.
Right. And like we
But
speculate.
the guy said Terry Funk would have pasted him.
Yeah, Terry Funk would have branded him immediately and beat his ass or whatever.
Like, what?
And I was like, what do you... I was like, you know, we do a wrestling podcast. We talk about wrestling. We do it'd be fun what if this guy wrestled this guy or, you know, this and that, other, you know, whatever. The Road Warriors would have kicked the shit out of these guys and blah, blah, blah. But like, it was just super weird to me to like straight up just be like, to pick Terry Funk.
Yeah.
And that's it to me. It's sadly like a sign of a Cornetter, right? Because Cornette fucking loves Terry.
Yeah.
So like, I'm assuming, I didn't look into it, but I'm assuming that guy's a big Cornette guy probably.
More
right?
than likely.
And I was just like, that's really weird to just pull Terry Funk out of here, because I don't know if you've ever seen Terry Funk's career.
Yeah.
But Terry's done a lot of work with a lot of people in a lot of different genres and styles of professional wrestling.
Man got kicked by a horse.
Right.
Okay?
Like
he threw a fucking chicken.
Right. He came up with a chicken on his fist.
Okay, like come on,
yeah,
guys.
like Terry had a sense of humor. He understood hardcore wrestling. He understood traditional wrestling.
every
Every aspect Terry
wrestling.
did it. You know, and like I was like, this is super weird. Like, you're just gonna, and I was like, oh, you just don't know. You just picked the name. And I was like, all right, well then I'll show you what happens here, because Terry Funk did in fact wrestle Ishii in a tag match in Wrestle Kingdom in 2010 with Abdullah the Butcher and Nakanishi, and like
Ishii sold his fucking ass off for Terry. Like,
and so, you know, I was like, well, here's this little clip of it, and I recorded it on my phone and retweeted it, and it blew up a little bit. Definitely like my biggest tweet of all time, internet famous now. But I was just like, you just no, like that's not like, if anybody in the history of wrestling would play ball with anybody else, it was Terry.
Terry Funk.
Terry was relatively egoless as far as wrestlers go.
Yeah.
You know, we're not talking about like, there's wrestlers out there that would refuse to do shit, right? I can name some people, and you know, there's some guys with giant egos that didn't, you know, but Terry wasn't fucking one of those guys. And it was just, to me, was just like you just pulled the name. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Threw a name out there to throw it out.
And then Wrestling Nerds argued under the comments, and I was like, and it policed itself, because anytime anybody said something, it was like, shut the fuck up.
It gave me a little bit of faith in that app.
Right.
All right.
Like, some people were like, well, this and that, this has nothing to do with this or whatever. I was like, shut the fuck up, it's Terry Funk, shut up.
Yeah.
Like, you're just an idiot. But yeah, I was like baffled, because I really like this match.
I did too.
And then I see the reports that like backstage, like Ishii isn't left alone because everybody's trying to pick his brain and trying to like learn from him. And so like Ishii's a super popular guy backstage.
Been around a long time,
right?
Man.
Like, that's a dude trained by Tenryu and Choshu and all that. Choshu's also in that tag match.
Yeah.
And like, that match has Izuka's fucking metal glove.
Yeah.
Like, Abba uses the metal glove on Terry. Like, I don't like. I'm like, you guys are fucking morons. And listen, I understand most people the only people I responded to were two people that were like, I didn't know this happened, and holy shit, Ishii had hair.
Yeah.
And then I would send them pictures of Ishii with hair or whatever.
Yeah,
right.
The right response.
That I'll respond with and talk to.
Of course.
But Ishii's been around a long time.
Yeah.
And he's not a New Japan original guy, so like that's one of the reasons why he's never held the main title, but like he's been around. And Terry Funk, some guy was like, it'd be easier for you to make a list of people Terry Funk hasn't wrestled.
Exactly.
And I was like, and I understand maybe you don't know the Wrestle Kingdom 4 and he was on this and it's one of 2 matches he's ever wrestled for New Japan and blah, blah, blah. I completely understand that.
Yeah.
But you have roughly 50 more years of Terry Funk's career to look over and see the people he's worked with in the situations that he's worked, from being NWA champion to ECW to the bag incident to the chicken to being the leader of the Old Age Outlaws to feuding with Kevin Nash as commissioner of WCW. Yeah. Like Terry getting kicked by a horse to a brawl with Eddie Kingston in AIW.
Yeah.
To all those things, to when you have a War Games match, everybody knows you need a pervert. Like, it's fucking everywhere.
Yeah.
And baffling to me that people were shitting all over this. And I'm glad that I was able to do my part.
Yeah, it's just very silly.
In standing up for Terry.
People are dumb idiots.
Yeah, but I really like this match. I was so fucking confused, man.
What do you think of Chris Statlander's pants?
The Statlander's pants are always great.
Stat pants.
Stat pants, always fantastic. She really... There was a point, and like, Stat has always been wonderful. But there was a point, like, a year and a half ago or so, where, like, a flip switched, and they were like, we're gonna increase Stat's appeal in a certain area, and they've just been fucking nailing it.
Yep, sure have. And,
absolutely nailing it.
It gets made for All In on 0 Hour. Statlander and I almost called him Malcolm Bivens. Stokely Hathaway.
Yes.
Against Willow Nightingale and Tomohiro Ishii.
Again, Ishii announcement here. Some people shitting on it. I think it's going to be hilarious.
It's going to be awesome.
Right? It's going to be...
Oh, it's going to be so much fun.
It's going to be Stoke trying to not get in the ring with Ishii.
Yeah.
Willow and Stat are going to beat the shit out of each other. And then Stoke's going to get in the ring with Ishii thinking he could beat him and he's going to chop him. It's just going to be really funny.
He's going to take one chop and it's just going to be the best thing ever.
It's almost as if wrestlers understand other styles of wrestling.
You would think, right?
And are going to have fun out there and do fun things.
Yeah.
So,
what else do I have here? Oh, main event.
Yes.
Bullet Club Gold versus House of Black. Winner gets a shot at the trios titles. Well, DJ, we have no winner.
No winner. We do have a rock hard taint.
There is a rock hard
Juice brought
taint.
that back. He yelled that at the crowd.
Sure did.
And Brody King does the tope, which is the scariest move in wrestling to me.
He's a terrifying human being.
A little terrifying human being. But yes, no winner.
Because Christian decides ain't no winner because he's a special ref and is refereeing Zebra Turtleneck.
What a man.
What a man indeed.
I told Michelle today about the rumor of what Christian's been up to backstage that has caused some problems in some lives, and she just went, "Yeah, I get it." So
when she sees him, she always goes,
And then she said, "What's his buddy's name?" And I was like, "Edge, Adam Copeland." She goes, "Yeah, him too." I was like, "All right, there you go."
All right, well, we're learning more about Michelle every day.
About Michelle. Yeah, and then she named the hottest people in American wrestling. Swerve is her number 3.
Okay.
She's a Roman's untouchable. Nobody's even close.
Because she refers to him as the hot one with leukemia.
Exactly. So, there you go.
And certain pictures of Finn Balor, which you see.
Well, it's, yeah.
That is one of my favorite pictures ever I have of you two looking at the picture of it.
Right.
You're all wide-eyed, bushy-tailed, and she's just like, ugh.
Yeah. It's mesmerizing.
Yeah. It's tantalizing.
But I thought this match was good.
Yeah, I thought it was good. Good TV main event.
Yeah.
There's definitely going to set up for a triple threat.
Yeah, that's what you want. That's what you want to do, right? I think that's the smart move here.
Yeah, I agree.
I think
I loved when Christian just hit Buddy with the spear and then counted the 10.
It's hilarious.
Oh, it was awesome.
Christian's great at his fucking job, man.
He's the fucking man.
But yeah, it's great. This is here, and then again in a trios at Wembley, you can have Christian walk out. I would imagine maybe they use Wembley to turn Luchasaurus.
Man.
Because they've been teasing that, because technically he's not the trios champ. Who knows?
Yeah.
But if they don't, I can see them sort of weaseling their way out of not losing those titles, and then you get a little bit more of a House of Black Bullet Club, or Bang Bang Gang Bullet Club Gold feud, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, but Bullet Club Gold, they're just baby faces at this point.
Yeah.
House of Black, they're kind of baby faces at this point, too.
True.
So,
well, you can go back and forth.
Team that doesn't get pinned, feud with the patriarchy after that.
That's true.
All right, go to Dynamite. Here we go.
Yes. I like on Collision that Cheetah called herself the ace of the women's division.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck yeah, she is. God damn it.
I love Cheetah.
Yeah, me too.
Speaking of her versus Mercedes Moné for the
Yes.
TBS title, I'll tell you what.
I think Mercedes probably best match in AEW.
Easily.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
I thought it was like, I'm watching it and I'm going,
Yeah.
oh, okay, one of the wheels is going to fall off. And they never did.
No.
I thought the match was very good.
You have to accept, sadly, that Mercedes' finish is going to fucking suck.
She needs a
It's
new
garbage.
finish.
It's absolutely trash.
It sucks because she needs a new finish. And what do we say about Sheeta forever? She needs a new finish. Her
right.
finish also sucks.
Yeah.
Get new finishes.
Get new finishes. But like the Sheeta knee on the outside always looks really good.
Yeah.
Camille got in her way. Like all that. Like I thought this match was good.
I did too.
And you know, it might be hard to have a real bad match with Sheeta. I think Sheeta's that good.
Yeah, Sheeta's awesome.
But Mercedes delivered here, and
I thought so,
you know, I think, you know, Mercedes might have people she prefers to work with, and she works a little harder with them.
Could be.
But, you know, other than her finish, which is just, you have to accept it's going to stink.
Yeah.
You know, it's going to snow in the winter, and her finish is going to suck ass. Death, taxes, and Mercedes Moné's finish fucking blows.
She needs
just use the
something
bank
new.
statement. The bank statement's perfectly fine.
All you have to do is
But
just do
right,
that.
and like it's a good heel thing, like whatever.
Yeah.
Their finish fucking stinks. But
Speaking of stinks,
but this match was good and I liked it.
the aftermath of this match
Yes,
sucked.
Brit's
I hated
part.
it. Oh, I thought it was so bad. The timing was so
Yeah.
bad on the ramp with Camille like doing the back and forth.
Yeah.
Where is she? Where is she? Her coming through the crowd, just walking through the crowd like
Right.
normal.
Well, because Mercedes beats up the fan in the mask.
Yeah, thinking it was Britt.
Yeah, I wish they did more on that to like being like,
Yeah.
you just beat up a fan. Like not even that it was a plant by Britt. They should have just been like, what you just beat up a fucking fan. What's the matter with you?
Yeah. But like just the visual of Britt walking through the crowd, just nonchalant, sucked.
Yes.
She gets up on the apron, and you think she would jump in and jump Mercedes.
Yeah.
She's just standing on the apron, fiddling with her glove to put it on.
Yeah.
Mercedes just turns around and looks right at her.
Yeah.
I'm going, what are you guys doing? Who, like, what,
Yeah.
for real, what are we doing? She takes a swing at her with the Singapore cane. Mm-hmm. Britt gets her in the lockjaw, even, like, fucks that up.
Yep.
Then, like, Camille's trying to rip her off, and it's taking forever, and it's just...
Yeah.
Oh, my... I just thought it was so clunky.
Yeah.
Like, it just...
I didn't notice any of that because I was looking at Britt's abs.
Okay. All right.
Sorry.
Sure.
The one thing I want to say about the match before, though, too, they did another really smart thing, which I think made this match better, is that Mercedes needed Camille to beat Sheeta.
Yeah, that's what you should
It keeps Sheeta strong, because you have to keep Sheeta strong. If there's anybody in that fucking division you have to keep strong, it's Hikaru Shida.
Yeah.
Because Tony Storm is also fucking fantastic, but they're same division, separate levels right now.
Sure.
You know, because they do keep that separated. But, like, keeping Sheeta strong because you need her to come out. At a drop of a hat, if you need Sheeta to come out and help somebody, help the division, that's how you do it. But what are you doing over there?
You said keep them separated.
Oh, Jesus Christ. They're playing Smash at Riot Fest this year.
That sucks. So, I loved next up where Renee's interviewing Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal.
Dude.
And Hangman just says, fuck it, and starts jumping Lethal. That was awesome.
This Dynamite was packed.
Yeah, so I wasn't watching it live because I was doing a card break, and I texted you saying, hey, like, how was it? And you were spot on in your description. They squeezed a lot of shit into it.
I'm watching, and it was like, I'm like, all right, we're probably like, what, half hour left in this show, and it was 8:45.
Yeah.
They fit a lot of shit. This Hanger is doing such a good fucking job with this.
He's killing it.
They like transitioned him over to Jarrett so well.
Yep.
And I know they were talking about this on Fun Wrestling Place, but like, they haven't announced it for Wembley yet.
No, they haven't.
But that's my most anticipated match for Wembley. Like, that match is going to be fucking awesome.
I won't say it's my most anticipated, but I am looking forward to it.
It's got some of the most heat going into it.
It should.
Out of anybody, right. So,
Hangman is just doing great work.
yeah.
I loved him jumping Jay Lethal and just beating his ass all the way out to the ring. Match itself was okay.
It was fine. It's a Jay Lethal match.
I fucking hate him doing like 5 suicide dives in a row.
Yeah.
That is one of the worst spots.
You don't need to do that. especially
so
as a shit
bad.
kicker.
Oh,
you do
when it was Lethal, doing it to
right,
Hangman,
yeah,
it was so lame.
Yeah.
It's just like, no, please, I don't need this
Lethal.
in my life.
It's a weird hire.
It is true. All right. After this, what do I have?
So we got Pac.
Oh yes, I have Pac.
Finally addressing the controversy.
Yeah, so he's gonna face the winner of MJF and Will Ospreay at All Out,
which is 2 weeks after the pay-per-view. That's cool. I hope it's Ospreay.
Yeah.
I don't have any interest in Pac MJF, man.
It sucks because MJF gets
They
it
always
done in the
deliver.
ring.
They absolutely always deliver. But like sometimes there's a potential for what could be considered a dream match, and you want to get it over with. And Pac and Ospreay way higher on my list than Pac and MJF.
Did you see the clips of MJF over in Rev Pro that they showed?
I did, yeah.
Did you see his gear that he was wearing?
No, I didn't take notice.
Yellow tights, yellow boots, red elbow pads.
Oh, I saw he called himself
Red
a real
knee
American.
pads,
and
just
he
like
said,
Hogan.
yeah, and he said like, I fight for the rights of every man. Yeah, I saw
Jesus
that. Whatever.
Christ.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. Also, I love the little Darby promo that
it's
they
really
did
good,
here.
man.
Whoever shot it did a great job.
Yeah.
I love how he talks about Jack Perry, and it's like, you should have been fired after the bullshit you pulled last year.
Yeah.
Just talks about how he got busted his ass, and then he sees this Jungle Boy guy get hired, and then he realized, oh, it's all friends wrestling, and you're just going to hire your friends. Yep. I love Darby's coming out for a match, and that knee that Jack Perry ran and hit him with was brutal.
Yeah.
And Jack Perry just beats the shit out of him. They go backstage. Gets him under the big grated door.
Bay door, yep.
Goes to get one of those like big whatever cabinets to like crush Darby's head.
Yeah.
Has to get stopped by security. And they're going to be in a coffin match.
They are.
At All In.
Yes.
So, all right. Fuck yeah.
Sadly, Sting won't be there with his trademark coffin.
You don't know that.
That's true. I guess I don't know that.
It
is Sting's trademark coffin.
You don't know that.
Oh man, what if Sting pops out of it? Like they bring the casket out.
I'll lose my fucking mind.
And Jack has Darby beat, and he goes to put him in it like real early, like he fucks with him, jumps him backstage, hits him, does some stupid shitty cheating thing, and he goes to put him in the casket. And he opens it up, and it's the Stinger in there.
I'll lose my mind.
Oh.
I'll lose my fucking mind.
And then Sting just hangs Darby a bat and then ascends to the heavens.
Like Marty Jannetty in Royal Rumble 94.
That's right.
The Mariah May video.
Yeah.
So we talked about it last week.
Yeah.
The boys on Final Wrestling Place talked about it as well.
Yeah.
About like the heat with this program.
Yeah, this should have been the week after the Tony thing.
Should have been the week or two after the attack.
Yeah.
Tony should not have been cited on television
until this week. This week and next week.
Yeah.
That's it. If you're going to do two, it's this week and next week. If you're only going to do one, it's next week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Super weird. It's fine. It's still good enough. It's just not as good as it could be.
It's not, and that's the problem.
Yeah.
Like, I remember that was a big problem with WWE for the longest time was, oh, what's the route we could take that's going to be the best route? Let's go with the second option.
Yeah, we'll just twist it a little bit and make it a little less good.
Yeah. It's just, I hate the timing of it.
Right. You're now 2 weeks out from your biggest show when everything should be going fucking crazy, and this is the week we don't see Toni Storm on TV.
Yeah, she wasn't on.
Like
TV.
This video was fine, but it cools off a little bit.
Yeah,
you want to ramp all. You want to. The foot has to be on the gas for leading into the pay per view, whether it's 4 weeks, 3 weeks, 5 weeks, whatever it is. Right. So like you do this video. Maybe she cuts a promo and she says, next week I'm going to have my movie. Then the next week she has her movie. And then that next week she comes out and she gets jumped by Toni Storm. The week after that, she gets jumped by Toni Storm and it's bigger. And that's where you get color. You do all that. And then the pay-per-view happens 3 days later. And they're just not fucking doing it. It's super confusing to me.
Yeah, it's just been very weirdly booked.
Because what's going to happen next week? They're going to do another pull-apart brawl?
Yeah, another one. That would be the fourth one?
Right.
Yeah. Great. There's heat, but
it's not as good. It's fine. It's not as good as it could be.
No.
But it doesn't matter because Mina's here.
Oh my God, is she ever?
She was also asked questions that I couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
Well, those words coming out of Renee's mouth were. I had no. I was too busy yelling when the match graphic came up.
Dreamweaver playing.
Right. This foxy lady from Wayne's World. and then the match graphic came up, and I was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And Michelle was just looking at me, and I was like, "What?" Like, pervert. And I'm like,
I did like. So Toni Storm did one of those thanks for high spots this week, where like the silent lives.
Okay.
In character the whole time.
Nice.
She said that she was doing this to raise money for Luther's transplant.
A hair transplant?
She goes, I don't know what's for, but I need him back.
Okay.
Yeah.
The personality transplant.
And somebody, they posted in the major group today, Tony signed her figure, chin up, tits out, watch for the shoe.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, dude.
What a star.
She's unbelievable.
What a star.
What do you... So, all right. They had the number one... I don't know what this was. Triple threat for the number one spot in the gauntlet match?
Yes.
Okay.
Why you want to be first in a gauntlet match makes no fucking sense to me.
It makes zero...
Because you're gonna have to wrestle the most matches?
Yeah. Wouldn't you want to be the last one to come out? But then are they making the rules with the gauntlet like... It's just like, I don't know. It's like, is it a Royal Rumble?
I think it's the Rumble, though. It's not a gauntlet match. I think it's the big Battle Royal brouhaha.
But they kept calling it a gauntlet match, didn't they?
They did. I don't know why.
It's just tiny shit.
It's very weird.
Tiny stuff like that.
It's very weird. This match is good.
Match is awesome. Orange Cassidy, Kyle O'Reilly, and Roderick Strong. Yeah, you put these three.
Roddy was fucking throwing them.
You're going to have a banger.
Right.
100%. Match was awesome.
Yeah.
OC wins, so he's the number one entrant into the gauntlet
I don't understand it.
match.
I don't get it. I don't know.
Sure.
I don't understand. Maybe they'll change that. I don't know.
I don't know.
It's very confusing.
Yeah.
If it's a gauntlet, like you said, you want to be the last guy out because you don't want to wrestle the most matches. Also, if it's a battle royal, you want to be the last guy out.
Of course.
You don't yes, let me wrestle a match to spend 60 minutes in a battle royal. Makes no fucking sense.
It's weird.
But whatever.
Claudio Castagnoli and Kazuchika Okada have a face-to-face.
Yeah.
I fucking love
Yeah.
Okada. I know everybody's like... I question it a little bit.
We talked about on here how they're handling them. Yeah.
And, he talks about Claudio's speech. He's like, oh, good speech. My heart's pounding. And he says, I'm the number one tournament wrestler of all time.
That's right.
I've won 4 G1s.
That's right.
And then he calls Claudio a bitch.
Yeah, he says, good luck, bitch.
Yeah, and then he walks off, and Claudio says, I don't want the guy that would try to make people laugh, sucking up to his shitty friends. I want the Rainmaker.
Yep.
I want the 4-time G1 winner.
Yep. He doesn't want the EVP, like, kiss ass, version. He wants the guy.
Let's go.
And listen.
Careful what you wish for.
Right. Right. Yeah. I don't want this weird comedy guy. I want to fight the best wrestler in the world.
Yeah.
I hope this match fucking rules.
I hope so, too.
I don't see why it won't.
Should.
The weird that it's not on Wembley. Everybody's like, it's here, but like it's a short program. Maybe it'll extend. I think maybe because they're gonna the Continental Classic is gonna be announced in a month or two.
This should be on Wembley.
Yeah,
it should be on Wembley.
But I think they're gonna.
You're doing a stadium show and you're not giving people Okada.
Yeah, that's true.
Come on now.
But who knows if they'll try and spin something. There's still 3 or 4 matches to get announced for Wembley.
I know, but what are we doing?
But they might be just using this to build the Continental Classic up and have them meet again in the Continental Classic.
October,
2 months away. So
and you have another pay-per-view after that.
Yeah, that's true. Who knows? But listen, Claudio Okada, we're gonna get it. I'm gonna be happy to get it. So
should fucking rule.
We'll see what happens. Maybe they do some sort of fuck finish to set something up for Wembley. Who knows? It feels like it should be on Wembley. It's always felt like it should be on Wembley.
It's big for Claudio being from Europe.
Right.
It's fucking Okada.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Who knows?
Did you like?
Does everybody else have a match at Wembley? The Bucks have. Something.
Well, they're going to eventually.
They're going to have a tag match between
Jack Perry's got him and Darby.
Right. So it's going to be Young Bucks versus FTR or
the Acclaimed.
Yeah, great.
More on that in a little bit.
We haven't seen that, but So who the fuck knows?
The patriarchy gets interviewed.
Christian told Renee,
dude, he's the best.
That she's a worse mom than she is an interviewer.
Dude.
Also, Miss Renee.
Yo, Miss Renee.
What's up?
Yeah. You're a worse mom than you are an interviewer.
And then the patriarchy, face of AEW, then now forever. Amazing. He is so wildly good at his job.
He's the best.
And like,
if the rumors are true, you know what, like Michelle?
Yeah.
I get it.
But the thing about him, man, when I watch Christian do this stuff, I'm like, man, MJF stinks, huh?
It's just a much better heel.
Because it's the model. It's a very similar model.
Yeah.
Right? If MJF was able to focus and do a thought, like one thing, he would probably be very similar to this Christian character, but he can't fucking do it.
Yeah, I agree. All right, next thing.
Hook
This
with Jericho.
This sucks.
Right. And this is going to Wembley, which this I don't need.
Of course, it's
right.
This has to be on
I don't
Wembley.
need this on Wembley at all.
Yeah, Hook versus Jericho for the FTW title at Wembley. Hook's got the eye patch, which Joe said is like a part of everybody's character arc in AEW.
Absolutely.
You need an eye patch at some point.
You do.
Brian or Big Bill says he's going to shove Hook up Taz's ass.
Yes.
All right, sure.
The best part of this whole thing is when Hook says after Wembley you'll never ever be the same again, and Taz goes, heard that before.
Yeah. Is Hook going to WWE?
You think so?
There's like the hot talk of it.
Really?
Him, Starks, and Lucha Brothers.
Oh yeah.
People are speculating that they might all be leaving.
Okay.
I don't know.
You don't think Hook would stay with his papa?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe his dad told him, go elsewhere, get more training.
There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong. You know, like somebody like Hook, the training center is
perfect,
right? You need that polish.
He needs polish.
He does, absolutely.
You know, somebody I don't know if it was Tim said like he got overexposed a while ago.
Yeah, well, we talk about all the time. He just he had long matches and it wasn't working for him. So yeah, I mean, again, I'm not going to fault anybody. I'll be bummed about certain people going. I'm not going to fault anybody. Ricky pretty much has to go there, right? I mean, that's just where they're at. I don't have faith in any of them being used properly over there. Hook's undersized.
He'd be next tier,
right? Ricky's good.
He's good,
but that could be hit or miss. They've missed on other good people. He's also a smaller guy. He's not physically imposing. Like you can't put Ricky Starks
talk his ass off,
right?
Which WWE loves that.
You can't put Ricky Starks in a ring across from Randy Orton. He'd look like a preschooler. You know what I mean?
I kind of want to see that.
And Ricky is really good at talking, but that Edge promo that he did, that when he cut that thing against Edge was terrible. So like.
That's what cut his legs.
It cut his legs. It was a bad. It was a bad fucking promo.
Think Edge got mad,
and Edge got mad, and Edge fucking crushed him. Like Edge fired back, and Ricky was like, "Oh, I don't know what to do." So, but I like Ricky. I don't see a place for them. Lucha Brothers too. We all know how WWE handles these guys. But go get paid, get your money, matches.
Get your money, boo boo.
Now's a better time to do it than ever because they'll at least put you on TV for a little bit out of spite.
Yeah.
Unless you're Jade Cargill, who says that WWE is so family focused.
Yeah.
I want to talk Jade. Listen, I know you're listening, sweetheart. I love you. It's you're hashtag Hot Goldberg. Them telling you that you can stay with your family instead of coming to TV isn't because they're family focused. Know what I mean?
Yeah, get sent a different message there.
They're not like, you know what? You don't have to show up to TV this week. Go spend time in the Bahamas with your family. Isn't because they're family oriented.
They're just nothing for her.
They
did nothing for her.
If they put you on TV, and you sell merch and you get matches, they got to pay you more money, and they're not interested in that right now.
Sure not.
Yeah.
Speaking of things of people being not interested in things.
Yes.
The Young Bucks versus the Acclaim.
Who gives a shit, man?
This fucking sucked. It's so uninspired.
Yeah, I finally saw this week people being like, "Yeah, the Bucks are phoning this in," and I'm like, "Yeah, they've been phoning it in for 5 fucking years."
Yeah.
This is.
It's just not good.
No,
the Acclaim, they're just a dead act right now too.
Yep.
I know they're trying to do the heel stuff. At least they're trying something.
But they're never going to get anywhere when this division is shallow as it is because who is there?
3 teams.
They're the only 3 teams in this tag division right now. They're trying to build the trios division, and when the trios division was shit, the tag division was better. They can't figure out how to do both. It should be Dynamite for one, Collision for the others. But I mean. I don't know. I don't know backstage stuff. This match stunk. I don't know if the Bucks phoned it in. They absolutely are.
Yeah.
I think they're probably still mad about how the CM Punk stuff played out.
Could be.
And that they didn't become bigger stars out of it. Like, they're not the heroes.
Could be.
Right?
Yeah.
So that probably bothers them. We learn they're not on TV every week
We
because
all know they have their fragile egos.
right. We now know this week that they have limited dates on their contracts, so Tony doesn't bring them in all a bunch because they don't want to be there all the time. Which then you shouldn't make them fucking champion because then we don't see those belts in forever.
Yeah.
It certainly doesn't look like those belts are coming off of them at fucking Wembley. But and then you just put it on two teams that have already had them too much.
Yeah, because FTR comes out and it ends in a big schmoz.
Right.
The Bucks win by DQ.
Yeah.
And Christopher Daniels, which is such a lame heel or authority figure.
Terrible. Yeah.
It's like, dudes are going to have a match on Collision to decide the number one contenders for Wembley.
Right.
Okay,
Great.
so it's probably just gonna double DQ, then you do triple threat.
Right.
Which if you do triple threat for tag and trios, that's a you problem.
Absolutely doing that.
What do you think of the Bryan Danielson video?
I hate that fucking song, man.
Oh man,
I hate that song.
Yeah, he said that's the song he wants played at his funeral.
Yeah, that's Tony Khan said about him or whatever.
No, that's what Danielson said.
Oh, did Danielson say it? Meh. I mean, the video was cool.
The video
was awesome.
Man.
I just hate that fucking song. But yeah, video's great, man. I love Danielson. They're definitely leaning a little too hard in he's gonna retire after this, so he's definitely winning that fucking title. But
yeah, this leads to Swerve versus Wheeler Yuta.
Yes.
It's fine. Swerve beats him up for the majority of it.
He takes advantage, and then Dragon chases him off. And
I liked Swerve winning by just getting Yuta mounted and just punching him in the face with Yuta's arms trapped.
Yeah, awesome.
I'll take that.
Yeah, that works.
Did you see... So he hits the drive-by on Yuta a couple times.
Yeah.
He cuts the promo about Danielson.
Yeah, your daughter's going to watch your last match.
And I'm going to cripple you.
Yep.
Yeah. And then he runs in and gives Danielson the drive-by again.
Killer, dude.
Did Insane. You see Danielson's promo backstage afterwards?
No. Oh yeah?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He's like, and he uses the F word a lot.
Oh.
He's like, you try to take out Yuta that's like a son to me. And he goes, then you bring up my fucking daughter's name and you're going to fucking cripple me. Okay. He goes, you don't know what you just got yourself into. He goes, you're not getting underdog Bryan Danielson. You're not getting fiery Bryan Danielson.
Yeah.
You're going to get the guy who's going to kick your fucking head in.
Yeah.
And he says the line, he goes, you broke into Hangman's house.
Yeah.
And he goes, why don't you look up with the
I heard that.
Yeah, to the person who broke into my house the last time and see what the fuck happened. Yeah. Which is amazing because Danielson choked the guy out. We know Danielson's slowing down, semi-retirement. So there's nothing wrong with getting one more match of the year in before he's done. Yeah.
I mean, we'll see, man. The drive-by, the kick at the end, that was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see. I love Dragon, so
it's gonna be awesome.
It's interesting that
this is my most anticipated match so far.
It's gonna be great. All the hype with Willie won't they is it's fine. Like Willie retire, won't he? Whatever.
They just announced the fucking Wrestle Dream tickets for Tacoma, Washington.
Right.
You gotta sell them tickets, brother.
Right. The Swerve heel turn, like they're mini heel turning him here to like also move the story along. It's weird, but it is what it is.
See, I don't look at it as a heel turn.
No?
I don't.
Threatening to cripple a guy?
I know. It sounds fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I look at it as a guy being like, okay, you picked this fight, and this is what you wanted. Okay. And, like, I am that guy. I told you I'm the most dangerous guy in this company, and now I got to prove it to you.
Yeah. Sneak attack's a heel move, too, though. It's heel behavior.
Send that message, brother.
Heel behavior.
It's heel behavior, but do the same thing to Ospreay.
Right. They do that. They do it to everybody. Right. They did it. They do it to everybody. He said,
well, Ospreay, you touched my belt again.
Right.
I'm going to take your head off.
Right.
And he did.
Yeah.
To me, it's just more like a guy saying, I'm giving you fair warning. Yeah. And if you cross that line, you got to deal with it.
Yeah.
You know?
AEW does with everybody. They do the Kyle Fletcher thing with the helping Ospreay and then being a heel, like all that stuff. They're wishy-washy. Cody Rhodes said a long time ago, there's no such thing as heel faces anymore.
Stop it.
But yeah, you have to sort of move Swerve in that direction a little bit because nobody's going to not cheer for Bryan Danielson.
And you have to play that role.
Somebody's got to play that role a little bit.
And Swerve as much as like popular he
can do it. He can float back.
He's that tweener where he even says, "I did some pretty awful things to get where I'm at." You know,
they were just indexing him a little more white meat baby face like for a week or two, and then now he's back. And it's fine. I'm not like this stupid.
I love it,
but
man.
I think it's
so good.
He can do it. Anybody can do it. But it also just sort of leans more into telling you maybe they'll surprise me. Because Danielson does say he needs neck surgery, so maybe he has a 6-month retirement. Yeah. You gotta.
Like you could put him up against a returning Moxley next. I don't know who's a bad guy in AEW right now. MJF.
Couldn't fucking tell you.
He could fucking be a white meat babyface against MJF.
Yeah, right. It were Swerve can pull it off. So
Swerve fucking rules, dude. Well, that leads to another question.
Okay.
That just so happens to have a jingle.
Oh. Questions that have a jingle.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Tommy.
Sorry. And now the Tim Taylor question of the week.
We'll have to get that fixed. All right, what is it?
All right, the Tim Taylor question of the week. Mm-hmm. We are a week or so away from All In.
Okay.
What more does AEW need to do on their go-home show that can really get you fully jazzed up for their biggest show?
Okay.
Or have you guys peaked? Tim, I haven't even begun to peak.
That's right.
Okay. What more can they do? I think you're going to get some pull-aparts. Mm-hmm. Danielson Swerve is definitely going to be a pull-apart.
Yep. I want a full-on enraged Jeff Jarrett promo.
Okay.
Like, by himself, like, you fucked with me, I'm the last outlaw, you may think I'm nothing, I'm this old guy, and maybe people think I'm stealing TV time or whatever. But I want like a Jarrett, because they got to announce that match. I want a full-on Jarrett promo.
See, I don't think I need an enraged one from him. I want like a more subtle from him, you know? Just to show, like, I'm not yelling, I'm not screaming, but I'm not fucking around either.
Yeah.
Let's see. Mercedes Britt, whatever. Tony Mariah, we've already talked about how.
Yeah. So I'm not. I'm not
kind of screwed the pooch a little bit.
I'm not peaked, man.
I'm not either.
I think it's a little bit messy still. I don't know they're doing that great of a job of building Wembley. I'm not concerned because I know the matches are going to be good, right? Like that's sort of the blessing and the curse of AEW, right? If casuals tune in, they're like, why do I care about any of this?
Yeah.
But we all like, it's fine because we know the matches are going to rule. Like we know Tony Mariah is going to fucking crush it. Yeah. So the fact that they reversed the build and sort of maybe cooled it off a little too early, that's fine. The match is going to fucking rip, right? Same thing, Dragon Swerve, like all this stuff. We know they're going to fucking rule. But like, and it's the second year at Wembley. Last year was a really special thing.
It was, yeah.
And this year's going to be compared to last year all the time, and it's going to be diminishing returns just because last year was the thing that nobody had ever seen over there. Hadn't seen AEW over there. Show. And the first show in Wembley in how fucking long. So it was this big buzz of a thing. And then the second time around, some people who maybe aren't the biggest AEW fans are like, I don't need to go and spend that money again this year because I saw it last year. Card looked a little better and whatever. I'm still excited for it. I still think most of the matches are going to fucking rip. If you want me fully standing at attention, then kick Jericho off the card.
Yeah. I just have no time for it.
It's going to be a downer. There's two matches, like the Young Buck stuff is going to be a downer. The match will probably be fine.
I think there's like 8 matches so far.
Yeah, I think they're going up to 10 or 11 probably.
Yeah. I'd really like if Okada Claudio was on it.
Yeah.
I really would.
But like that Stoke Ishii thing's on the pre-show. Maybe, I'd sadly put Jericho on the pre-show at least.
Yep. That won't ever happen,
nope.
But I agree.
I'm not disappointed in any way. It's just that it doesn't feel like their WrestleMania is 2 weeks away.
No, and their pay-per-views always deliver.
They always deliver.
For the most part, they always deliver.
Yeah.
Last year was, like you said, the big spectacle of everything, so really the show didn't have to be great.
Yeah.
Now, like you said, okay, second year, less people are going to be there.
Yeah.
What are we going to do?
Mm-hmm.
I hope it's great, obviously.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Yeah. We always say that TK and AEW as a whole, they either fucked the 2 weeks before the pay-per-view or 1 week before the pay-per-view. And this was a pretty good Dynamite. They put a lot of stuff on it, a lot of story, not a lot of matches.
Yeah.
But a lot of story, a lot of promos, a lot of really cool video packages.
A lot of information at
right.
you, yeah.
So I wouldn't say that this is the fuck-up week. Maybe they break the curse.
I hope.
But if they don't, and this is our good week, next week will be the Drizzlets.
God help us all.
It's going to be a problem.
Yeah.
But we'll see, man. It'll take a couple good promos, some pull-aparts, a little bit of blood. You know, let's see what's going on. Yeah. Also, though, I think with the potential for Wembley, I think Wembley itself is going to be an exciting show. I think they're gonna have some big surprises and reveals and stuff.
I think so.
So like stuff they can't reveal at the build up, but a lot of things that people are gonna say, "Did you see this happened?" And it's gonna be things that weren't announced.
This is where Ricochet debuts.
I mean, I would, right?
Yeah, I don't know, man. He's kind of busy hanging out with Samantha Irvin.
Well, I mean, I know what I would do out of the two things when I saw that picture, the Buddy Matthews take picture there. But you know what I mean, like that, like right there, you get
people talking.
Ospreay wins the title back in his fucking country, and then the dude right after that match, here comes, and I know he's got Pac in 2 weeks, but like, then you got Ricochet coming out. That could be a huge fucking moment. There's potential for Hayter to come back.
God, I hope.
Kenny's not looking great on the new reports, but also they could be working everybody a little bit.
Yeah, who knows?
Who knows? I don't see Kenny as a guy taking any sort of diagnosis as the end. I think he's gonna
try.
He's gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
But I think they can.
Damn, missing Omega at Wembley though.
Missing Omega is one of the biggest problems with this whole fucking company.
Yeah.
Like they're hurt all over. Mox is home. Right, for whatever that is.
Yeah.
So Mox ain't going to be on Wembley, which is crazy, but he's getting his time off and whatever. Yeah. Hopefully that's all it is. Hopefully he's back. All In should reset, right? Because it's their Mania. It should reset a lot of things.
Should. But then you have a pay-per-view 2 weeks after.
Right, 2 weeks after. But I think this one's going to be a little bit more of like a, I can't believe they did all these crazy things that we didn't know about on Wembley as opposed to the build-up being a bigger thing. But who knows? I could be completely fucking wrong. Who knows? Maybe Jinder Mahal is the only big debut. Who knows? They're talking about bringing Michael Oku in and whatever.
It's good for the UK.
Yeah,
He's just not a guy that, is going to jump off the screen for everybody.
Right.
I like a lot of his stuff I've seen, but,
right.
He's still very regional.
Right. There's a potential that he's Michael the Go-Go 0.2 or whatever, so 2.0. So.
All right. Well, Tim, thank you so much for the question. I appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you, host number 2 of Final Wrestling Place.
Jesus Christ. All right. Well, before we go,
what did I do? Come on, get the fuck out of here. Listen to your co-host and just take it easy, will you?
It's a hard G.
Listen to the
it's a hard G.
It's also a hard G.
Yeah.
Listen to the advice of your much smarter, more handsome fucking co-host.
Shooting from the hip, cowboy.
And just take it easy for a little bit.
Calm your ass down.
Take it a little easy while I still love you. You know what I mean?
There we go. All right. Well, we're gonna go to Japan, but before we do that,
yes.
Does Terry Funk have anything to say?
He certainly does. So I'd say for a couple weeks we're winding down. If you know, there's 2 weeks left. So this week is a once legendary Terry Funk promo. My favorite Terry Funk promo because I vividly remember watching it for the first time and could not believe.
Yep.
As I was a teenager at the time, could not believe that this was a thing that happened. And this is the very famous Florida Cracker.
It's one of the most visually stunning promos you'll ever watch.
It sounds great. The video will be uploaded to YouTube.
Yes.
It is my favorite Terry Funk promo of all time just because if somebody was to do this on TV now, you'd be like, this man is a fucking maniac.
I agree.
So if you don't know it, here it is, and then check YouTube. But it is the oh god, just an incredible fucking Terry promo.
Jerry Lawler wants to become a real Floridian, not a transplant. The king wants to become a Floridian. Well, I would like to know exactly how it feels to be a true Florida cracker. So I have Quaker State super blend motor oil, and I am going to show you people how it feels to be a true Florida cracker. And right here I have 5 pounds of dirty, filthy dirt. And that's exactly what it is. And I have got this dirt entirely all over my body. And now I know what it feels like to be a dirty, stinky, greasy Florida cracker. And it's something that I never want to feel like again. What I would like to do is to challenge that fool, Jerry Lawler, to this kind of a match, to where he would go ahead and wrestle me, and if I defeat him, I get to take a quart of motor oil and pour over his body, and take 5 pounds of dirt and pour that over his body, and turn him into a dirty, filthy, stinking Florida cracker.
Hey, we're back. We made it. We're in Japan.
Officially tournament season in Japan
That's
right
right.
now.
That's right. This morning, we had the start of the playoffs of the big one.
Yeah, I mean, 4
we'll
different promotions have tournaments going right now.
Yeah.
So, Tokyo Joshi Pro, once you start giving me actual shows,
Right.
I'll start paying attention.
Marigold announced their G1S, their round
did
robin
they?
tournament too, and I was like, you don't have the roster for that, but whatever.
Winner, Bozilla.
That's right. It fucking better be.
All right, so
yes.
Speaking of the other main Joshi promotion,
Sure.
Stardom right now has their 5-star Grand Prix going. I have a couple things from that. You didn't watch anything
I didn't
from
watch any. I didn't feel like chasing it down.
So from night 1, I have 1, 2, 3. I'm just going to speed run these.
Yeah.
Sayuri versus Starlight Kid. Match was great. I love a high-speed Starlight Kid versus a power matchup in Sayuri.
Okay.
Sayuri beats Starlight Kid
Ooh.
by kicking Starlight Kid in the fucking head.
Is it? And this is round robin like the G1 is.
Yes,
Okay.
it
And
is.
Stardom Cast has been hyping these shows like fucking crazy. So how good these matches were.
From what I've watched, there's been like nothing's blown me out of the water, but
Yeah.
there's been a lot of good stuff.
Yeah.
Azumi versus Momo Watanabe.
Momo.
I thought the closing stretch of this was pretty fucking wild. Azumi beats Momo Watanabe. I love Azumi.
When does this end? How long is
Oh,
this?
brother, this goes on a while.
So Momo's coming over here in 2 weeks, and then but
there's like those. I think that there's times we take like a week off.
Oh yeah,
yeah. It's not tournament. It's not every day.
Okay, it's not like New Japan that fucking
No, not at
blows
that
through the shit?
hectic
Okay.
pace. Main event was Mayu Iwatani versus Tam Nakano. Mayu Iwatani wins. Mayu Iwatani has zero regard for her body in this match.
Okay.
She's doing suicide dives and just bouncing off the floor, getting German suplexed onto her fucking neck. I'm like, Mayu, please stop.
I saw the clip of her doing the like prettiest poison Rana.
That was this morning.
That was this morning.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but she does beat Tam here. Tam has a shorter haircut and looks a lot better.
Oh yeah, Tam got a haircut.
Got the haircut. To me, I don't know. To me, it looks way better.
That's my friend. I'll have
It
to
is
look.
your friend who loves you.
My friend Tam, she loves me.
Yeah. Night 2, I watched 2 matches.
Okay.
Azumi versus May Sierra, who's the current high-speed champion.
Yes.
They go wrestle to a draw. 15-minute time limits.
Oh, perfect. Beautiful. Jesus Christ. How wrestling fucking should be.
15-minute time limits.
Everybody should do that.
They are 2 speed freaks the whole time. Dude, it just does not stop.
Right.
About 2 minutes in, I go, oh, this is going to a draw.
Yeah.
Very predictable, but still good.
Yeah.
They were doing dragon screws off the apron and shit. Oh, it was gross.
Okay.
And then main event was Mayu Iwatani versus Saya Ida.
Okay.
Do you know who Saya Ida is?
Yeah, she's a little muscle girl. I like Ida a lot.
So I said here, great breakout for
Yeah.
Ida.
Oh, yeah? Oh,
they
good.
have such a good, it's a very good match. Mayu Iwatani wins.
Sure.
But, Ida looked great.
Yeah, she's like
in it.
4'10". She's teeny.
She throws hell of a lariat.
Yeah. I like her a lot. We've been talking about her a bit because a couple months ago was like the first time I saw her, and I got immediately attached. She's one of my favorites. Yeah.
So night 2, and I think I didn't watch anything from night 3 just because nothing popped out. So they're not just hard cam one shots. There's multiple camera angles. Okay. No commentary, which I don't give a shit.
Not on any of them?
Night 1 had commentary. Okay. Night 1 was like a full presentation.
Okay.
Night 2, no commentary. I don't think 3 probably had any commentary.
I like commentary, but I can deal without it.
So night 3, they did a day show and a night show, and nothing really popped out for either for me.
Okay.
Night 4 was this morning. I'll wait and track it down. If there's anything interesting, we'll talk about it next week. I know next week you'll probably pick up watching it as well.
Up on it. Do you know off the top of your head how many people are in this? Is it 2? It's 2 blocks?
4 blocks.
It's 4 blocks.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of. This is going to go on for a long fucking time.
It'll go on for a while. Anna Jay's over there.
I saw the pictures. Anna Jay over there. Listen, just dynamite. I don't know if she can fucking wrestle, but I don't know if that matters to me at this moment.
No. But as this goes on, we will talk more about it.
For sure.
So, you had a match.
I do. Yes.
That you watched by request.
I did. Well, I was going to watch this anyway. It's DDT. I watch a ton of DDT. I love DDT. It is as of right now my favorite promotion, maybe in the world, but definitely in Japan. But Ed brought it up. Ed also nearly spoiled the result for me in his excitement. But
of course, because now that you use the cage match a different way, wrestling's so much better for you.
Wrestling is so much better for me, even though people are still shitting on things and some people are rating things higher. Like,
you don't listen to them.
Yeah, right. People are like tanking ratings. Like,
you use it as a suggestion tool. That's all.
Yeah, right, but I still like this. Like, I saw some people giving like Shingo matches like 4s because they're like, "Oh, we've seen this before." And like that match is really good, and then you tank the average, you know. And I do use the averages to sort of see.
Sure.
But in New Japan, I kind of know the matchups I want to watch anyway.
Of course, yeah.
And then the people who are gonna like review bomb shit don't watch this crazy shit that we watch anyway. So
exactly.
But Endo and Yuki Ino versus Chris Brooks and Takeshi Masada.
Endo and Yuki Ino, the team of?
I don't know, what are they called?
Burning. Oh,
they're on Burning?
Yes.
Okay.
Was Endo wearing his long pants?
No.
Short man.
I'm pretty sure he was in the shorties. But, for the tag straps and DDT, this match has a lot of stuff. It's got comedy, it's got strong style, it's got junior stuff. No commentary. There should have been commentary because it's a very important event. Masada's getting beefy, as I said earlier. This is a ton of fun. Obviously, these are my guys. I like Schadenfreude.
You've been Chris Brooks since day one, ever since you saw that shoulder brace.
Right, Chris Brooks from day one. DDT's an absolute blast. They're just fucking underrated, and they just give you so much different things and so many fun things. Chris Brooks is an underrated guy that I don't ever want signed anywhere. I think he'd be a great wrestler for any company that wanted him, but I don't want him to go anywhere.
He doesn't want to go anywhere, which I love that about him.
He's so fucking good. He's big and he's lanky. Like, he's tall and lanky. Yeah. He's a really good wrestler. The finish of this match is like, I guess it's octopus hold. I'm always confused as to like the octopus hold, the abdominal strip, whatever, but the legs over the head, you know what I'm talking about. You can picture it. Mm-hmm. And then he takes it to the ground. And it just looks so gross on the shoulder. And then Masada's doing the same thing in the other corner. And they win the tag straps. So Brooks and Masada are tag champions. All's right in the world. DDT.
So that means you and Ed are officially tag champions
exactly.
at this point?
Ed has now been given change by a man who is DDT tag champion.
That's true.
Which makes Ed DDT tag champion.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just tons of fun. I didn't watch anything else on the show. But those are my guys for real. I really do like Brooks, and Masada's getting beefy and looking good.
Good.
Looks even more like a younger Takeshita, which is crazy because Takeshita's so young, but a very similar look.
More on that dreamboat.
But DDT fucking rules, and you know Brooks and Masada they do everything so well. and I just love DDT. And
DDT rules.
More people should watch DDT because you'll have a lot of fun.
I just had 0 time this week.
Right. Then that's the thing.
I was up till watching Dynamite last night until about 1 o'clock in the morning.
Believe it.
I was.
I believe it, you maniac. But
somebody described my life right now. I'm burning the candle at both ends and in the middle.
Oh, well, all right.
I was like, yeah, pretty much.
You always get a new candle.
Yeah, it's true. Fuck. I like candles.
There you go.
Got candles?
Yeah, candles are wonderful.
Yankee candle guy?
I don't know if I'm a Yankee candle guy.
Right.
Michelle has a lot of nice candles over here. I have a candle downstairs that I love that I bought from a book co-op in Asbury Park that smells like a library. That's my favorite candle.
It's a good candle.
I like that smell. I like smells libraries. So I like weird candles like that.
Smell.
But like also you're gonna put on like a sugar cookie scented candle, and we're like, I'm just gonna sit here all day.
Yeah, I don't need to do anything else in my life.
Shit. So candles are nice.
Big candle guys.
Yeah. Plus I stink, so like it's nice to have a nice odor, different smell.
Pro Wrestling Noah.
Yes.
The N1 victory.
N1.
Currently ongoing. I have a couple things. Night 2, I have
2 matches from night 2.
1, 2.
Okay, I got 2.
Did you watch Keno versus Titus Alexander?
I did not.
Okay, what was your first one you watched?
Alpha Wolf versus Inamura, who's back to being called Inamura.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Wait, what are we doing?
Yoshi was his name when he was on Excursion.
Yeah, he wrestled a match?
Yeah, like a couple. I was like, I don't know. They mentioned it briefly. They're like, he's just back. Weird. I was like, all right, whatever. Because Yoshi wasn't catching on. I guess everyone's calling him Inamura anyway. I like Alpha Wolf a ton. I was super impressed the first week with him and Wagner. And I like Inamura, so I was going to watch this one. This match was a ton of fun. Alpha Wolf is so much fucking fun to watch.
Oh yeah, Alpha Wolf's good.
I haven't watched as much Dragon Bane just because he hasn't had like the opponents that I really liked. But Alpha Wolf, he goes top turnbuckle, climbs up the turnbuckle, jumps turnbuckle over the guardrail on the outside onto Inamura. It's insane.
Oh yeah.
I think Inamura does too much. I think he's back and he's trying to like prove like I'm one of the best. I can do anything. Put me at the top of the card and whatever. He's got the size. He's got a good look. But he's doing too much. He's working faster than he should, so some of his stuff is a little clunky. Like if he slowed it down, his stuff would look better. And then like he also like does a Rana, and I'm just like, no, dude,
no,
you're too big for that shit. I'm not like Marcus who hates little wrestlers. But like I don't like.
You don't want your big wrestlers wrestling with little wrestlers.
Some guys can do it, and like it's all.
I get that.
We've talked about this before, and it's all sort of an advance on the big wrestlers being impressive, right? Everybody loved when Vader did a moonsault, right? Everybody loved Bam Bam doing the cartwheel and being super agile, and then that eventually graduates to Keith Lee, who's as big as he is, who just wrestles like a junior, like he, it bothers me, and it's not that it's not impressive, and not that he doesn't have good matches, but I'm like, no, like. You should be in just a fucking banger throwing hands with Brock Lesnar, not giving a fucking Rana to Sean Spears. You know what I mean?
I agree.
So when I saw Inamura do this, I'm like, you're in Japan, dude. Just beat the fuck out of him. Like, this is a little lucha guy. Like, punch him in the teeth.
little lucha guy.
But I mean, listen, Alpha Wolf ain't little, but you know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
But I thought it was really good otherwise, and I just really like watching Alpha Wolf. I did not watch Keno versus Titus Alexander because I watched Titus Alexander on night 1, and I was like, I'm good on this guy.
So I'll tell you what, he was impressive in this match.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's good.
Keno wins, but
yeah.
I thought Titus Alexander, he impressed me here.
Good.
Keno is very underappreciated, though.
Yeah?
He's so underappreciated.
Keno's great, yeah.
I know he's getting older, but
God
damn, that guy's so fucking good.
Is he in his 40s? He's not in his 40s yet, is he?
It might be late 30s. But Keno fucking rules. But I did come out of this going, all right, I'll watch the Titus Alexander.
Yeah.
He was pretty
39.
impressive.
Yeah,
so he's right there.
He's a year younger than me.
Yeah.
New Year's baby, January 1st.
There you go. But yeah.
Trained by Jinsei Shinsaki.
I thought that it was a very good match.
Yeah. Keno rules.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh man, Titus Alexander.
I'll tell you what, like, I agree. I thought at first, this guy kind of stinks, but then I watched him in this and went,
oh, good.
All right. Did you watch Kaito Kiyomiya versus Ryohei Oiwa?
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Go to a motherfucking draw.
Yeah, this fucking ruled.
This was so good.
This ruled.
This felt like Pro Wrestling Noah, this could be your January 1st title match.
When people were hyping this match up, I was like, are they typing the wrong name? Oiwa? Really? This is what we're doing?
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, I haven't paid attention, but I know like he's out there doing stuff, and this is
an excursion from New Japan.
And I was like, all right, well, if people say it's fucking cool, I'm gonna tune in. It was awesome. I loved it. It was great.
Yeah.
Kiyomiya looks great. Maybe one of my favorite of his matches because I'm not always. I run hot and cold on him.
Yeah, me too.
Noah runs hot and cold on him. New Japan ran cold on him.
Ugh, ice cold.
Yeah.
To me, it just felt like this could be a future title match on your January 1st show. I like the limb work on both ends.
Half of this match is just them fighting for submissions.
I'll tell you what, though, it didn't feel long.
No.
The match is because it's a 30-minute time limit.
It was the longest figure four spot I think I've ever seen in my life.
I have here, you could feel the figure four.
I loved it. I was like, this is awesome.
It reminded me of Keiji Muto versus Kawada from All Japan, and that were in that figure four spot forever. But you could feel it through your television. Oh man, this is a struggle.
Yeah. This was a fight.
This was awesome, dude.
I'm very critical of Kiyomiya's Shining Wizard. Also very critical of Sonata's Shining Wizard. Kiyomiya's Shining Wizard here that he does off the ropes was fucking awesome. Yep. I was on my feet like that's how you fucking do it.
Looked incredible.
And then he did one in the corner and I'm like, nope.
Looked like poopy.
The one off the post sucked. I hated it.
Yeah.
I fucking hated it. So I'm like, you could do a good one. So why don't you do a good one?
You.
And then Oiwa using the gut wrench to get out of the shine. Like I was like, dude. That's something I've never seen anybody do. That is a new way to avoid a Shining Wizard, which is fucking awesome. That move has been spammed to hell, and if you can find a different way to counter it, that's fucking awesome. Yeah, this goes to draw. Wow, I love this match. Like legit,
I agree, man. I thought it was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Night 3, I have nothing.
So I was gonna watch Inamura versus Wagner Jr.
Well, and I have here because Dr. Wagner Jr. is hurt.
Yes, he gets hurt in that match, right? Or did he pull out before this one? Before Night 3?
I think he pulled out before Night 3.
Okay, I thought he got hurt in that match.
No, I don't even think they had a match.
I stopped watching Noah this week because I didn't want to cry. Because this tournament is fucking cursed.
Yeah, so he pulls out of the tournament.
Yeah.
And Atsushi Kotogi also pulls out of the tournament.
And was he a sub in any way? Because they subbed. Who subbed him for Shiozaki originally?
I don't remember. I don't think it was Kotogi,
but I was just like,
yeah, you're missing like Shiozaki.
Kotogi pulls, Shiozaki's out. Wagner gets hurt. Ogawa retires. I'm like, I'm gonna let Noah.
A little bad juju around Noah right now.
I'm like, I'm gonna watch Noah, and like my roof is gonna collapse on me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave Noah a little bit of a rest now, especially because like, you sung his praises for a lot longer than me, but like Wagner was my guy to watch in this again. Like, I like Keno a ton.
Yeah.
Again, I'm hot and cold on Kiyomiya. If Go was in it, that's my dude in there. But I was like, Wagner, like that first match with Alpha was so good. Like, this is the fun fucking dude. And, sounds afraid of him. And, but yeah, so I was like, all right, I gotta cool off because they're just so depressing right now. Poor Noah.
Well, Night 4, I did watch 2 matches.
Okay.
I watched Manabu Soya versus Tavion Heights.
Okay.
I'll tell you what.
Tavion Heights got his Ribera jacket this week, I
saw it. Tavion Heights also did a thing where he wrestled sumo guys in like a big blown up sumo thing.
That's funny.
And like he took them the fuck down because he's an Olympic wrestler.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And he just like ragdolled.
I think dude's got a great look.
So I have here Manabu Soya wins.
Yeah.
Tavion Heights has potential.
I think so too. I did not hit the match he had against Tyson Alexander in love, but I think he's got a great look.
He's getting in there with a guy like Soya and they start powerhousing each other.
Good.
That's where it's at for him.
Good.
He has like a lot of that just raw freak athleticism.
Yeah, right.
I liked it, man.
Yeah.
He looked good. Soya gave him a lot.
Yeah.
When he didn't have to.
Right. Didn't have to.
Gave him a lot.
Doesn't have to do shit for anybody. Yeah.
Thought it was good. And the other match I watched was Titus Alexander versus Inamura.
Oh, okay.
I said, okay, we watched Titus Alexander. Let's watch him again. Let's see him against a different kind of opponent.
Yeah.
Tell you what. he impressed the shit out of me again, and he beats Inamura.
Wow, all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was very impressive. Once again, he's a guy, and I immediately went back to last year's N1 of some of the bullshit people they had in like Lance NY and that Saxton Huxley or whatever, and how they're like pushing these guys. Titus Alexander is a guy where I go, okay, I'd like to see him in Noah more.
Yeah. Okay.
After this tournament, I'd like to see him over there. Let's have him mix it up a bit more. I think he's a West Coast pro guy.
Okay.
I could be way wrong. I think he is, but he was impressive, man. And I if Noah's gonna go that route with their foreign wrestlers, that's the way to go. Okay. Not Anoa'i to try to get a fucking bloodline rub.
Black Label, West Coast Pro, and Defy. Okay. Yeah, Sacramento, California. He's 23 years old.
Yeah, dude, I'll tell you what, man. He's impressive. Nothing like no more Anoa'is.
Yeah.
I know you have like Josh Briggs in there. That guy bores me. Tavion Heights, okay. Yeah. I go, all right, I could see something.
Briggs hurt somebody. He hurt Katoje, right?
Did he?
I think Briggs sucks. Or maybe Briggs hurt Wagner. Maybe that. I don't know.
You better not have Wagner.
Tyson Alexander too, 6 foot, 202.
Yeah,
put on a little weight.
A little bit of a beefy boy.
Yeah, a little bit.
So yeah, that was Noah because night 5 I did not watch anything.
Okay.
Nothing jumped off the page for me.
Yeah.
So they're on night 6 of their N1.
Okay.
We'll go over it as it moves forward.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
And we actually had a question pertaining to Pro Wrestling Noah.
Who'da thunk?
Which
Ed didn't send it in.
Fucking crazy. So from the Discord,
yes.
J-Pop asks, do you guys think Cyberfight should poach Oiwa from New Japan and strap the rocket to him the way Gato has been hesitant to for any of the Reiwa Three Musketeers / Yuya?
Yeah.
The problem is Noah has such a bad track record with this and the way they've treated Kaito Kiyomiya.
Yeah.
Do I think they need another guy, young guy, to kind of counteract Kiyomiya moving forward? Yes.
Yeah.
Because Keno getting older, Go Shiizaki's hurt all the time.
Nakajima
lost his fucking mind apparently.
Yep.
Wagner. I don't know how much you can do with him before he may look elsewhere.
Yeah.
Unless you want to bring Galeno Del Mal, then
they did
then
once.
you set the fucking world on fire, brother.
Yeah.
But I can see like an Oiwa really making a name for himself in New Japan right now.
Yeah.
Or not New Japan, Noah. Because if he does go back to New Japan, there is a little bit of like a youth injection happening over there, sort of.
It's half committed.
And I don't know if you just want to bring another young guy and half commit to him again.
Right.
What do you think?
That's where I'm at, right? So one, this is Noah, and a great match against Kiyomiya doth not a star make, right? Like, not Noah anyway.
Yeah.
So and they've handled a lot of people really poorly, Kiyomiya included. Kiyomiya maybe mostly. But my gut is like, if you can get him to stay, get him to stay, because they do need somebody. And
they need another young guy.
They need somebody with star power, right? Who's young, who can get people behind him, who are exciting. And they have a decent roster. They don't do a lot with them, but they have a decent roster. So injecting this kid who is getting a following, who's finding a look and all that. But mainly it's because, and you said this about the half committal to the base of this question from Jay, like, maybe the end of this G1 will change my mind totally.
Yeah, so I just looked.
Yeah.
I mean, Oiwa is only going to be 26 in November.
Right.
Like,
so that's,
got a great look too, man.
But like, I think we maybe all expected bigger things out of the Reiwa Musketeers in the G1. I think the biggest, obviously, and we'll talk about it, but I'll spoil it. Obviously, Tsuji is getting a push. We all sort of expected that, right? Shooter's coming off of an injury. Narita is just wrapped in fucking nonsense. Looks good when they let him do things.
Looks good when they actually let him wrestle.
But like, aside from Tsuji, like, Yuya was really fucking showing out in this G1, and he got bit. It happens.
Yeah, it happens, man.
But for Oiwa, like, everybody kind of expected Yuya to be left in the dust because he was still on excursion when they named these three Musketeers. And then he came back, and like, you know,
he was still off to a bit of a rocky start,
right?
But now with the G1, really,
right, and it's depending on who you add. Everybody's rankings, I think, on the Ray Raw Musketeers are wildly different. I think they go all over,
which
the
is
place,
okay,
which is great, right? It's the way it was back in the day with the three Musketeers with the four pillars.
Yep.
Everybody still fights over all the rankings and everything,
absolutely.
Right? But the potential for Yuya to be left behind, like, he had to make sure that didn't happen, right? So do I want to be Oiwa coming back in and being like, all right, I'm going to have to create my own fucking space here, because at least on paper they're focusing on these three guys plus Yuya. I don't know that I want to be in that position. I don't know that I want to be the guy that comes in this company and has to make my own space against the clearly overpushed House of Torture. You know, and I don't want to spoil too much for the rest of the G1, but like, if I'm Oiwa, I see doors wide open in Noah.
I do too.
And listen, behind any of those doors is Noah's booking committee slamming them in your fucking face, man.
Sure, yeah.
Right? Because like,
it'd be a risk.
Because they're a mess.
Yeah, it'd
right?
be a risk.
It's a risk. But going to New Japan has its risks as well.
It's also a risk.
And you could get there and be pushed to the stars, and like, it just end up as Master Wato. And I'm sorry to pick on Master Wato, but like, unless
end up as a Callum Newman,
right? Unless Wato comes back as like quadruple H and like, you know, like makes the jump up to heavyweight for some fucking seen reason. I right now I wouldn't want to have to fight against those four guys, because while we're all still waiting for them to push the Reiwa Musketeers and Yuya all the way, they're eventually going to have to.
The gears are turning.
The gears are turning. I think they should be turning a little better, a little faster. But, you know, again, there's also other circumstances. Narita was having a hard time finding a personality other than just Shibata Jr.
Yeah.
And then, you know, Yuya gets hurt. Shooter's just coming back from an injury. So it's tough. But I think there's probably more doors open in Noah right now. But the chance for you to get bigger exposures in New Japan.
Oh, yeah,
right?
It always will be.
But the question I think he asks is if we're Cyberfight, and if I'm Cyberfight, I'm trying to get any exciting fucking talent I can that's not a random dude from the United States or the Samoan family to get people behind my company.
The thing is, too, I mean, but with Japan, it's a lot of loyalty to your promotion.
Right.
So would this even be on the table?
He's going to go back to New Japan.
You know?
Right. He's going to go back to New Japan.
I know he's on excursion to Noah, which isn't like... Is it really an excursion?
No,
you
know,
he's
like, not learning a different style.
No, you're not
necessarily.
It's just you're still in Japan.
Yeah,
I would have sent him to like Mexico or UK.
Well, that's what they did with Shooter and Yoda.
Tsuji.
I mean, even Noah has done Inamura was just in the UK. Yeah. So like, I don't fucking know. But a chance of a young wrestler with a good look, who's having really good matches. I'd try and keep him, but again, loyalty is going to win out in the end.
Because it's not like it is over here in America.
Right. Well, and even you're absolutely right. It's not. But also on the side of that, a lot of wrestlers, WWE is not a very good place to be in the eyes of the press and the media right now. You know, like backstage, there's a lot of disaster that was happening and has been fueled in WWE, but everybody still wants to fucking go there. Yeah. Why? Because they're the biggest. They're the best.
They're going to pay
the WrestleMania. Like, you know, that stuff. Like, you know, as a kid growing up watching pro wrestling, like, I want to be on WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And I imagine kids of a certain age in Japan who want to become pro wrestlers are like, I want to be on Wrestle Kingdom.
Yeah.
And that's much better. The opportunity is bigger there, so the risk may seem better because the reward is much bigger.
Yeah, I agree.
So who knows?
J-Pop, thanks for the question.
Ask everybody. Ask more questions.
You do not have to ask permission. Man.
I love questions on the show. I love asking this shit. If we could do an entire pro wrestling question show, I probably would.
I probably would too.
I like them a lot.
Yeah,
you know, I like talking wrestling. I like having fun and all that sort of stuff. But I like interesting questions. Brett and I, for the most part, don't prepare beforehand. We just like to do it off the cuff.
Fucking rip.
So
there's no there's barely a loose format. If you will.
Keep them coming.
Yeah, dude. For sure.
Everybody.
Thank you.
J-Pop, Ed, Marcus, DeWicki, Howard, Dave, Kevin Ford, Joe and Adam, Todd. Almost anybody from the network can ask questions on this show, no problem.
Doug, Tatum.
Doug, you got questions? Tatum, Big Tates.
Yeah.
Big Tates, you got questions? You've been watching wrestling? We haven't talked wrestling in a while. You got questions?
Yeah.
Just reach out.
Doug, you have questions about anything.
Yeah, Doug, you're going to be life questions for you, Doug. You can ask anything you want.
Doug sent me a text, I think it was 2 weeks ago. I think I said something about like fucking Danny Filth or something.
All right.
And he's like, I had to pull over. So, all right. Let's get into the New Japan Pro Wrestling G1 Climax
4 nights of it?
34. Couple things there. From night 14, I have 2 matches.
Okay. Let's see. What do I have that's worth talking about from this one? Well, you go ahead and I'll follow.
Well, I have 2. One, it's not really worth talking about. It's just the aftermath of it is.
Yeah.
So the first one, Bolton Oleg versus Konosuke Takeshita.
Beats Takeshita.
Crazy.
Yeah.
There's a clear set in this G1 of the young guys of who New Japan's bought into and who they haven't.
Brother, once you're going to say a name, but I'm going to fucking rant. But keep going.
They have bought into Oleg Bolton, I think.
They have, yes.
They have not bought into Callum Newman.
That dude fucking sucks, man.
It's not. There's just no fire there.
There's a match. I'm gonna talk about it when it fucking happens.
All right.
But god damn it, does that kid fucking suck?
So Oleg Bolton wins. It's a shock win.
Yeah.
Dude, the head dumps to Takeshi off the German suplexes of the match are crazy. Takeshita, I put is easily top 5 in the fucking world.
I put that on Twitter today. Top 5 in the world.
Top 5 wrestler in the world.
I think we're going to talk about Takeshita a whole bunch more. But yeah, top 5 wrestler in the fucking world.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Only the match to mention, Yuya Uemura versus Yota Tsuji. Yuya wins, but comes out the next day that Yuya is hurt his arm in the match, and had to withdraw from the rest of the tournament.
Yeah.
I think he might have been eliminated anyway,
but
had to withdraw.
Yeah, the weirdest thing about this match is while it was happening, I was like, man, this pacing got real weird.
Yeah.
I was like, he's really selling that arm.
Yep.
And then, they're, not sure what to do, and then it came out, I was like, oh, his arm was fucked.
Yeah.
And then he was just like, he's a young guy.
Pushing through,
it's 2 young guys, really.
Yeah.
And he's just like, we'll just figure it out. And that shit comes with experience. Yeah. And, they were just like, I don't know what to do. So, yeah.
So, night 15, this is the final Block A night.
Okay.
The only match I have anything to talk about is Zack Sabre Jr. versus Sonata.
Okay, I want to talk about Gabe Kidd versus Callum Newman.
Okay.
The first match of the block battles in this fucking thing. 30 seconds in, this fucker goes for the Oz Cutter. And he does, the praying hands, and I was like, what the fuck is happening?
You really will cosplay.
I was so mad.
Yeah.
And then I watched the rest of this match being like, Gabe Kidd is as frustrating wrestling this shitty kid as I am watching this shitty kid.
Yeah.
You're not obligated to book guys that graduate from your fucking dojo.
Sure not.
You know what I mean? There plenty of companies had policies. Ring of Honor used to have the policy. They give you so many matches after you graduate from school. If they think you're worth bringing back, they'll bring back. There's no guarantee.
Yeah.
You got to catch on and whatever. He was like, oh yeah, I'm wrestling Gabe Kidd. The first fucking move I'm going to do is an Oz Cutter. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, man.
I hate this kid. This kid stinks out loud.
He did not impress me at all.
He should not have been in this fucking tournament. He's just there to lose. What did he do? Win a match?
I think so. He beat Sonata.
Yeah.
I think.
I'd be so fucking mad if I was former IWGP champion and I had to lose to this fucking idiot.
Yeah.
He sucks, man.
He's not good.
I would be still really mad if he was doing Ospreay stuff well, but he's also not even doing it well.
So I said this, 2 weeks ago, and I even said it to DeWicki as well.
Shout out DeWicki, by the way.
Yeah, dude.
What a fucking dude.
Ride or die.
Yeah.
There's just no fire to him.
No.
It's just everything is very bland. It's just there's no emotion to anything he does.
Yeah.
It's just
terrible.
bland.
He looks like a data entry guy who dressed up as Will Ospreay for his company's Halloween party and got on the wrong bus and was like, "You're wrestling." It's like, I do what?
Yeah, there's, are you Will?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Terrible, dude. Fucking unbelievable.
But I did like Zack Sabre Jr. versus Sonata. I thought their counters and the roll-up counters were so clean at the end of this.
Yeah. Good on Sonata having his best match as his last match of the tournament.
Sure, always. So Block A is decided here.
Yeah.
The winner of, I can't say the winner, the number 1 seed of Block A is Zack Sabre Jr. The 2 guys that make the playoff are Shingo Takagi and Great Okan.
Crazy.
Which was kind of like a shocker.
Yes.
Night 16,
so,
which was...
the Shingo Jake Lee. Shingo beat Jake Lee's ass.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that he chops Jake Lee in the sternum and then does Jake Lee's taunts. It's very funny. Everybody also shitting on Jake Lee makes me happy.
Yep.
The fucking evil shooter Umino
Dude,
is maybe the worst match in this whole fucking thing.
Was it Evil Naito? I think.
Okay, that makes sense.
That was real bad.
There's like 3 fucking ref bumps.
Every evil match fucking sucks.
Terrible, absolutely terrible.
Except the Gabe Kidd match he had, that was good. Everything after that sucked ass.
And it is crazy that Naito as champion is not making it even through the playoff rounds. But New Japan has to know.
Of course,
right?
They
have to know. They have to know.
They have to know.
Naito, brother, I love you, man. Naito's great. Not anymore.
No, he's just it's done. It's done.
It's donezo.
It's fucking done.
Done. Is he even coming over for Capital Collision?
Probably not.
Probably not. No IWGP champion on.
Maybe
their first show after the G1.
I don't know. Maybe he will be.
Maybe.
I don't know. But he's
done.
I'm all set, brother.
Donezo.
So night 16.
But good for Great Okan. Sorry.
Yeah, night 16. I actually don't have any matches to talk about.
1, 2, 3. Yeah. So
I didn't think anything was great. Like nothing even good.
Right. So this is the last B block.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a note. Like, so obviously I was rooting for Goto going in because there was some stuff on the line. Goto, the G1
which we will
we'll get there. The G1 does not stand for the Goto. The G and G1 does not stand for Goto this year, sadly. But it was a good fight. Finley wins the block, which is bizarre to me, but whatever. The only thing worth talking about on this show is Takeshita versus Ren Narita. That's where they weaken Takeshita's leg.
Yeah.
And that's important going into the playoffs.
Sure, yeah.
And I like that because this is the end of the G1 as we know it. And Takeshita is the breakout star of this fucking tournament.
He's number 1, brother.
Right? I don't know that there's anybody else that had a better tournament. I think, Yota Tsuji had good matches. I think Gabe Kidd had really great matches. Gabe Kidd was like the shocker for me.
Gabe Kidd was a big breakout. Yuya Uemura was a big breakout.
Right.
Takeshita, it's like it's not even close.
Right. We all kind of knew that Tsuji was getting through. I think most of us picked that.
Yeah.
But Takeshita is the breakout star.
Number 1.
Like, New Japan needed someone in this G1 to be like, they needed a star to be like, I know that this top of this card's a little light. One of these guys is going to show out in this fucking G1 and fill that spot, and it just happened to be a guy they don't have. They can't have.
It happened to literally be a guy
because
who's not there.
Takeshita had an incredible G1. You said it before, top 5 in the world, incredible G1. Yeah. So in this match, House of Torture bullshit fucks up Takeshita's leg because nobody is beating him otherwise believably.
Because he's the fucking man.
So
he's so good. So
fucking great. Night 17.
Well, so this is the end of
right.
the main block play.
Yes.
So
we have an announcement.
There is a winner.
There is a winner
in the tournament for the We Need Wrestling G1 opportunity.
Yes.
I let this person know that they are officially the winner.
Yes.
And they may or may not have something to say.
Oh, we got audio.
Another summer is just about in the books, and with it, so is another We Need Wrestling G1 Open Invitational. Now this year, more than any, the field was stacked. Competition was performing at the highest level that we've seen. But there could be only one winner. And you're listening to him, baby. Ooh, it feels so good to win. You know, they say heavy is the head that wears the crown. But my head couldn't be held up any higher right now. But yours shouldn't be hanging too low. Even though you lost to somebody who's never even seen a G1 match before. But that's because whether it's Japanese wrestling, European hold-for-hold wrestling, lucha libre, American-style sports entertainment, if there is one thing that I have dominion over, it's wrestling. Special shout out to our former champion, Mr. Tim.
I don't know who that is.
You had a great reign. You had a great performance. You put up a great body of work. But the T1, that's old, it's dead, and it's gone. R.I.P. 6 years ago. Maybe we can rename this thing the M1. Maybe M stands for Marcus. Maybe M stands for Mr. Maybe M stands for Magnificent. That's for me to know and for you to wonder. But until next year, all you need to worry about is hailing King Marcus. The King!
I mean, I for one acknowledge my king.
I also have to request to play this a little bit.
Oh no.
That's right. Marcus is the official winner
He wins.
of the We Need Wrestling G1 Bracket Invitational.
That's right.
What a crazy standings this was.
Crazy.
I'll break it down for you right now.
All right. Break it down.
So, this was insanely tight, as Marcus said.
The whole time.
The whole tournament.
Yeah.
Some people were doing clean sweep days
Yep.
of winning. So Marcus had 9-0 on day 2.
Crazy.
You had 8-1 on day 2.
Yeah.
So it came down to Marcus wins with an overall record of 54-36.
Yep.
DJ second place, 53-37.
Incredible.
And the big kicker was
Yep.
Yuya Uemura having to forfeit his match to Oleg Boltin. Oleg Boltin gets the points. Oleg Boltin, this was the only match Marcus had him winning
Yep.
the whole bracket.
Absolutely crazy.
Marcus wins on a forfeit.
Right. And the craziest thing, so because I didn't count that when I was looking through. I was like, Marcus and I are tied. Goto
Yeah.
loses. We're tied. Like, here's the tiebreakers. And looking into the playoffs, he had Shooter making it through and Shooter going all the way to the finals, and Shooter didn't even make it through.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'll win on the tiebreaker because of that. And I'm like, I fucking got it.
Yep.
Defending the show. You know, pulling it out of those filthy hands from Final Wrestling Place.
Dude, they're
the former
the Kings of
disgraced
Puro.
champion. And then like you played the numbers out, and then we were a little off on what was what, and you did the audit, and then he pulled ahead, and I was like, and I was like, how? Because that match didn't happen. It shouldn't. And then you were like, no, that they award the points for the forfeit, and I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
But no hard feelings at all. There's Brett will tell you I'm a very competitive man.
What?
But
you had some fire in you for this.
there's very honestly, there's very little fun in getting a prize basket.
Prize package from me.
Right.
Okay. We'll just consider this your prize package / birthday presents.
I would much rather put together something cool for somebody else.
Marcus, trust me, we have something. we have some stuff for you. Let us know if you're coming up for the pape. I don't know if you are or not. But
right,
let us know.
Let us know. If not, we'll get it in your hands. But yeah.
Yeah, so third place went to Dwicky.
Yes.
Who he was leading the majority of this.
I told Dwicky 2 weeks ago I was coming for him.
Yeah, so he finished with 52 and 38. Tim finishes in fourth with 51 and 39. I finish in fifth with 48 and 42. Michelle finishes in sixth with 47 and 43.
Crazy.
Tie for seventh between Dave Howard and Kevin Ford, 45 and 45.
Right down the middle,
which is wild.
Yep, right down the middle, Daddy.
Dan, brother, yeah, it was a rough showing. 39 and 51. Yep. Listen, I understand.
Dan,
listen, I hope this does not discourage you.
I hope you come back next year.
You're going to have a better showing next year. I feel it.
Super pumped.
Feel it in my bones.
For you to be participating and all that. It just didn't work out.
Didn't work out, brother. It wasn't your year.
I'll tell you what, like, it is a miracle any of us figured out Gato. Honestly.
You can't.
Honestly. Very wild that any of us figured out the bookings for these fucking things.
So if you remember last year, I won the N1 bracket.
Yes.
Solely because I went, well, it's Noah. They're going to book like fucking idiots.
Yep.
And that's what happened.
Uh-huh.
Gato's harder to figure out.
They shook me this year because I didn't see them pushing Takeshita like they did.
Yeah. You had Tsuji going undefeated.
I had Tsuji going undefeated. I thought they were going to go all in on one of the fucking Musketeers.
I'll tell you what, the most surprising thing to me in this tournament, no draws.
Yeah.
Not a single one.
Not a one, yeah.
That was kind of shocking to me.
Yeah.
No draws.
Yeah.
But night 17, which happened this morning, this is the first round of the playoffs.
Absolutely.
I only watched the only matches to care about semifinals. Yeah. Shingo Takagi versus the Great Okan.
Yes, Shingo versus probably the shocker of people that make it through, the Great Okan.
Absolutely the shocker for me. Shingo wins.
Yeah, the right move.
Yeah, so Shingo's going to move on to face Zack Sabre Jr. in the A Block finals. I thought this was the best Great Okan match there's ever been.
Absolutely.
I loved his working Shingo's arm.
The arm work, it's killer.
Thought it was fantastic.
You got to take out the pumping bomber. That's how you do it. Yeah. And he's doing Fujiwara's, Jujikatames. Yep. Like, he's just doing everything he can to take out the arm. This is... I
almost came way more impressed by Great Okan here than I did Shingo. I know Shingo's the man, but...
Yeah, this
Great
is... Okan
awesome.
definitely rose to the occasion. He was given an opportunity here. Yeah. I don't think anybody in the world would have picked him making it through.
Never. Especially started out losing his first two matches, I think.
And this is a good fucking match, for sure, man. Yeah. And also Shingo wins, so he's facing Sabre Jr. this weekend. Yes. And Sabre Jr. is going to exploit the fuck out of that arm damage.
God damn it, I can't wait for that match. Oh, it's going to be so good.
Yep.
And then the B Block semifinal.
Yes.
Yota Tsuji, Konosuke Takeshita. Mm-hmm. Yota Tsuji beats Konosuke Takeshita. Yes. He is going to move on to the block final to face Finlay, Dave Finlay. So in my playoffs, I had everybody in B block correct. Mm-hmm. I had.
Oh yeah.
The only thing was I had Takeshita being the one seed. That was it. But I had everybody else correct, and I said Tsuji's going to beat Takeshita to get revenge for because he's going to lose to Takeshita in the main block, and he's going to get revenge here. That's what happens. I
had 3 of the 4 right for the quarterfinals.
Yeah,
and then I don't think I had Shingo. I don't know what I did, but I remember I only had 2. I don't know. But
I know A Block. I had Zack Sabre Jr. They had Jake Lee.
Yeah,
and Shooter. But Tsuji Takeshita. I think this is better than their first match that they had. Yeah. Yep. It's crazy, like the chemistry these two have.
Yeah.
And if you remember, they faced night 1, and we both said, "Wow, they just had instant chemistry."
Mm-hmm. Instant.
I wanted this to go longer.
Yeah, me too.
It hit like the 20-minute mark, and and it ended, and I went, "Oh man!"
Yeah,
I wanted. If you would have given me like 5 to 7 minutes longer, it would have been in that conversation for like an all-time G1 match.
I like that they, the leg was a big deal.
Takeshita sold,
because Takeshita on the run that he is being a smart wrestler, looking as good as he is, the crowd behind him, you got to do something to soften him.
Yeah.
And you know, Yota Tsuji exploits it. I don't know what Yota Tsuji calls like his pounce, or if it was supposed to be the Gene Blast or whatever.
Is it the spear?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the Gene Blast.
But when Takeshita did that power drive knee to his fucking head, I was like,
Amazing.
Jesus Christ, like what's going on?
Yeah.
But yeah, instant chemistry with these guys. Good to see him run it back. You know, I still think, you know, I think you agree. It sure as fuck looking like it's going to be Sabre Jr. versus Yota Tsuji in the finals.
I think so.
I hope they don't pull like a Finley and
Finley
Shingo.
Oh, that would be the
because I don't see them doing two Gaijins in that final.
No, I don't either. It's going to be one Japanese, one Gaijin.
And then, you know, and I still think it's Sabre's time. But
I can make an argument.
I can see them doing for Tsuji too, and not being mad about it.
And Tsuji Naito at Wrestle Kingdom,
right?
And he's the guy who finally puts Naito down.
I've been saying forever when Tsuji got put into LIJ when he came back, one of the first conversations we had was he has to be booked really well. And then he takes over the leadership of LIJ. He takes out Naito at some point, and he becomes the new leader of LIJ. And whatever happens from there. So I don't think there's any problem with that. But in my heart, man, I want Sabre to get what he wants.
What he deserves.
And again, Sabre, also a fucking incredible G1.
Great
it's just,
G1.
He suffers because we all expect him to be that fucking good.
Yeah. And
so
Takeshita just
the star of this tournament, man.
It leaps and bounds.
Not mentioned once on AEW TV over the past
blows my
4
fucking
weeks.
mind.
How
in the world you have Dynamite last night and you don't mention, hey, in a few hours, New Japan World in the G1 B Block semifinal, Konosuke Takeshita. He's fighting for AEW. You can build it however the fuck you want it. I saw
people like maybe they don't have rights to the footage. I'm like, there's a partnership. Are you kidding me?
They
absolutely
fucking showed when Moxley won the IWGP title.
Yeah.
They showed when Eddie won the New Japan Strong title. They have the fucking rights.
It's absolutely insane to me that they haven't mentioned it. It's
fucking disgusting, dude. It's disgusting.
If Takeshita comes back into this company and he's doing jobs, it is going to be.
What did we say this morning? I can't wait for him and Kip Sabian feud on Rampage.
Yeah. Like I don't understand it. If you were showing this on TV, showing how good he was doing, and then him making it through.
Little clips.
When he comes back, he should be treated like a returning hero.
Yes.
Because like Eddie Kingston didn't do this well in the fucking G1 last year. Eddie looked great.
Eddie had a great G1
didn't
run.
Make it through. Didn't do this. So like I don't know.
The fact that they didn't mention it fucking once.
Right.
Unless they mention it on Rampage, a show that nobody watches.
But they're not putting it on their social media. They're not doing any of that shit. So like
what are you doing?
Right. To shadow J-Pop's question, if I'm New Japan, I'm making phone calls.
Oh, I'd be begging.
Because
begging for Takeshita.
If Takeshita was to go there,
I'd say, dude, you want to go work DDT? Work it all you want.
Exactly.
But
you have Takeshita in New Japan. The Reiwa, and listen, they're great. But these new Three Musketeers can take all the time they want to develop because you have your number one guy.
You can't hold a fuck. I'm sorry. None of those dudes hold a candle to him.
They're not there yet. Takeshita is a incredible natural talent.
Yeah.
The look, the strength,
everything,
the moveset, the smoothness. He goes to New Japan.
He's got it all.
He is your number one guy.
Instantly. Yep. Like, fucking have him beat Naito for the IWGP title on the G1 final show. Dude, like, seriously.
I absolutely would.
He's
the number one dude.
He's unbelievable.
And he's not going to be on Wembley. The timing's put a little close. I would make it work. I would have him come back.
He could do it.
I'd have him come back and talk about it and put a match there. But like...
I mean, he could be at the tapings
right. This
Dynamite on Wednesday.
Actually, he has a shorter flight. He only has to go to the UK because they're over there for next week. But yeah, I mean, I would have him. I'd have him wrestle Okada and go over. Like
hate
like you don't have Kenny Omega.
Hate that they didn't do anything.
You got a
with
guy
this.
that right now is probably better than Kenny. He's not better than Kenny ever was.
No, but he's
better than Kenny is now.
Yeah.
I mean, and obviously not Kenny.
Best abilities, availability.
But like not that. But I mean, like Kenny.
Sure.
Kenny's in ring before he went out sick is still really great.
Like, this is the dude that
Takesha's the dude right now.
fucking beat Omega, and
Yep.
they did
Nothing.
Nothing with
Takesha's
it.
the dude. Man,
It's
he really
fucking
is.
disgusting, dude.
Yep.
He is the fucking man. He had my favorite match of this tournament against Goto. He had your favorite match against ELP.
Yep.
Like every we've talked about this for a couple weeks, and almost every day, Takeshita.
He's the star of this whole
match.
tournament.
Takeshita had another great match.
He is hands down the star of this G1.
Yeah. And this is my favorite international match of the week was him versus Tsuji from this morning.
Okay.
I thought that was it was just fucking incredible.
I liked it a ton.
I'm assuming yours is going to be Oiwa Kiyomiya.
I liked Oiwa Kiyomiya more.
Nothing
Absolutely.
wrong with that.
I
Another
really,
great
really
match.
liked it. I think it's just because of the surprise.
Sure.
You know, sometimes that weighs it one way or the other.
Yeah.
Because I know how good Takeshita is and Tsuji is.
Yeah.
And to be like, well, why am I watching this match? And they're like, holy fuck, this was really good.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
What was your favorite match in the U.S. this week?
Oh my God, dude. Was there even matches in the
Slim
U.S.?
Pickens.
Yeah, for real, dude. Let's see what...
I probably know what it is. Can I guess it?
Oh, yeah, I know absolutely what it is looking at it, but go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, you guess. I want to see if you know.
O.C. Roddy, Kyle O'Reilly.
Oh, I mean, that was probably the best match.
Oh.
Wrestled, for sure. It was great.
What was your favorite?
I mean, I'm going to be a cheeky little asshole and say FTR Outrunners.
Nothing wrong with that. It's your favorite. Nothing wrong with that.
It was the most fun.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun and harmless.
It is. So, it is a match that is exactly what it needed to be.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's enough.
It's perfect. Mine's Braun Breaker, Sami Zayn from Raw.
Yeah, cool.
It's just...
How long did it go? You said it was Iron Man?
Yeah, a couple segments.
It was Iron Man or
2 out of 3 falls.
falls. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, Braun Breaker. That guy
Yeah,
already. Like, he did this thing where he's walking backstage and he's like, says something about, I'm hunting you even though I'm the champ. He's like, Pat McAfee, I'm a football guy. And he, like, whatever town they're in, he goes, like, something, he goes, let me hear them barks. And you just hear, and the whole crowd going, holy shit. I go, well, when he goes babyface, there you go.
Right?
Like,
wow.
Dude's already going to be huge.
Yeah, just change his name to fucking Steiner,
yes,
you assholes.
Yes, Braun Steiner.
Then they
Steiner.
changed Pete Dunne back.
Yeah, he's Pete, don't call me Butch Dunn.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he hates Butch.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Yeah, it was a stupid name, but bad creative.
9 months, the Butch was all you come up with? Not the Butch, just Butch.
The Butch. So... As you're going to listen to this, there's no G1 show on Friday. G1 show Saturday morning Eastern time is 4 a.m. G1 finals Sunday morning at 2 a.m.
Yep.
If you want to be a sicko, come be a sicko with us. I know I'll be up for the whole final show.
Yeah.
The show where it's just the block finals. I'll sleep in a little bit.
Yeah.
The whole final show I'm going to stay up for because you never know what happens.
Yeah.
That's a show years ago where Kenta joined Bullet Club and where Shibata came back and beat his ass.
Oh yeah, right.
So who knows what's going to happen?
Well, and these matches that are coming up, the semifinals and the finals, they're gonna be bangers. They have to be. Yeah,
unless it's Shingo Finley, then I'm going to be real confused.
Shingo Finley is.
I'm going to fight Gato.
It's the worst if that's what happens.
Capital Collision, you're going to collide with my
Because also
fist.
He'd put Finley over in that.
I'd throw up.
Can you imagine if that's if they pull that rug and we get David Finley G1 champion?
Stop! Don't even put that in the ether. Did you buy anything this week?
Did I buy anything this week? Did we book our hotel and stuff? That was last week?
Yeah, it was last week.
Did I buy anything this week?
I'm going to say no.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
The cards were last week.
When's that one Terry Funk shirt go up? Is that tomorrow?
Tomorrow. The Bad Motherfunker.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going up tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I actually didn't buy something today because that's getting bought tomorrow for sure. Yeah, no. I bought a propane torch to burn the weeds out of my driveway.
Oh, there you go. I bought the Bushwhacker Doinks.
Nice.
they're on back order, but
Okay.
I was like, they're on.
Yeah.
I just need them. I want them.
Yeah.
So figured, why not?
Oh, that's not true. I bought the Bret Hart T-shirt with the sunglasses from Walmart this week.
That'll be the show image, maybe. That's all I got.
Yeah. That's it. I didn't buy. Walmart put the Sting Supreme up.
I don't know if I want.
Not as a pre-order, but as a the pictures when people have them look awesome.
Yeah.
The one face with like the makeup half rubbed off looks so cool. And I don't have a Sting. I don't have any.
Oh, you should get it.
I don't have any Sting of any kind in the Crow makeup at all.
Oh, it's either that or the WWE
right,
one.
I only have Surfer Sting.
Yeah.
And I didn't love all the other AEW Stings.
Yeah.
And this one looks really cool. And they put it up, and I was like, I want to get this. But I was like, I'm going to wait because I'm going to buy this T-shirt. So we'll
wait
see.
it out.
They'll show up eventually, whatever.
They will.
But yeah, because I don't have any like black and white Sting figures at all. But yeah, that's it.
That's it.
All right, let's get out of here then.
All right.
Thanks for listening, everybody. This has been We Need Wrestling. You can find us online at WeNeedWrestling.com. You can send any questions to the show via DM at We Need Wrestling on social media, basically just Twitter and Instagram. You can send them by email at WeNeedWrestling@gmail.com. We like answering questions. Ask away.
Yeah, please don't hesitate.
Keep them to wrestling unless you're Doug. But any kind of wrestling, past, present, future, Japan, America, Mexico, Finland, I don't know, wherever. We'll answer. We got no problems. But we're a proud member of the Soon to Be Named Network at STBN Network on social media, soon to be named network.tumblr.com. Tons of other shows there. Wrestling from us and At Odds with Wrestling. And as you heard, Marcus from Final Wrestling Place, the winners there, winning the M1,
the
if you will. And then Longbox Heroes After Dark, our other podcast, Wings on Wings, Profane Argument, Puzzle Warriors 3. Did I say Longbox Heroes? I did. At Odds with Wrestling, I said that too. That's it then. I think I named everybody.
I think that's it.
And don't listen to Todd slandering me or Brett on any podcast. He doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. I'm
happy they had fun at the WID.
I talked to Todd. He said that the WID was maybe he didn't take all of his vitamins before the show like he normally did. Yeah. So he wasn't up for the task. Maybe
we're gonna go see Dice.
Man, I don't know. I don't know what 2024 Andrew Dice Clay looks like. I can make an assumption.
I'm morbidly curious. I'll say
but much like everybody else, it's going to come down to what that dollar say.
Yes, I agree.
But that's it. We'll be back next week with the finals of the G1.
Yep. N1 continues.
N1
5-star Grand Prix continues.
Tokyo Joshi Pro.
Go homes for All In.
Right, go homes for all. Tons of stuff.
Yeah.
So that's it.
Yeah. God damn it, Takeshi's fucking rules. Tony Khan, wake up.
You're listening to the soon-to-be-named network, the Lamborghini of podcast networks.
Knock it off, nerds!